me concentro mucho en los stretch y las cosas.
Yeah, he says he works on it and he concentrates very well when he stretches to make sure that he's loose and able to move his body in full range.
Colonel right-hander reliever Ozzie Lugo, who helped the Kernels to a 5-1 victory last night here in Dayton, is being a big help to us as we get to know Alberto Callaspo, the Kernels' sensational second baseman, here from Dayton on the Dugout Interview, and we'll continue with our chat with Alberto in just a moment.
You know how it is to have a good friend, someone who stands by you during good times as well as the bad. That's the kind of friend Dave Tobiasen of Family Insurance Center can be. Dave Tobiasen is your Pekin insurance agent in Monticello. Whatever your insurance needs, you can depend on Dave Tobiasen. Dave will settle your claims as quickly and conveniently as possible. See Dave Tobiasen, your Pekin insurance agent at Family Insurance Center in Monticello, for insurance coverages at competitive rates.
The ability to read. Nothing's more important in predicting the future success of a child. Thanks to the generous, ongoing support of Toyota Financial Services, Kernel players visited a record 25 schools last spring to encourage children to read, with a series of dazzling rewards from Toyota Financial Services serving as incentives. An all-time high, 1,451 girls and boys read last summer. The Kernels salute Toyota Financial Services.
Hall of Fame Cardinal shortstop Ozzie Smith was young in his career. He used to take 100 ground balls a day. Alberto has mentioned that he takes ground balls from you pitchers from the fungo hitting circles before the game. Does he think he takes about 100 ground balls a day?
Quiero saber si tú en el día entero tomas 100 rolling en la práctica.
En el día entero no. Tomo como que si 30, 40 rolling. Eso es en el VP.
He says you usually take about 30 or 40, depending on how many the pitcher gets in the BP.
And Ozzie, he and Erick are the two best two-strike hitters I've ever seen at this level. They must be hitting over 300 with 2 strikes on them. When they're in the hole 0-2 or 1-2, it doesn't bother them. How did he develop the confidence to be such a good two-strike hitter?
Quiero saber cómo es que tú, cuando él trae, eres buen bateador, ¿sabes? No bateas como 300 arriba teniendo 2 strikes. Que ¿cómo es que tú aprendiste eso?
Bueno, leyéndolo, depende de la situación también de los picheos y las cosas. Eso es lo más importante, concentrarse.
So basically it's all concentration and just knowing your pitcher, what pitches and what situations, and that'll pretty much determine how concentrated you have to be at the time.
He never seems fazed with 2 strikes. Well, Ozzie, finally, we've gotten to know him pretty well as a baseball player, thanks to your help the last few minutes. What does he enjoy doing? I know baseball's probably his #1 love by far, but what else does Alberto enjoy in life?
¿Qué es lo que te... no la pelota, ¿qué más cosas te gustan en la vida? Como que... no solamente la pelota, ¿qué otras cosas es lo que te gusta? Me gusta pescar, a mí me gusta hacer otras cosas.
Me gusta jugar básquet, ¿qué más? Nadar, más nada.
He likes to play basketball and swim.
Well, tell him I work out at the Y, and if he'd ever like to come along for a workout, I swim 3 times a week. Does he do the front crawl, or does he just like waiting around in the pool?
Él dice que él está en un club y que cuando tú quieras puedes ir con él a nadar, que tipo nada, ¿cómo tú nadas? ¿Normal o nada más tranquilo en la piscina?
Normal.
Swimming.
Okay, well maybe we can hook up, tell Alberto I can give him a lift down to the Y, Ozzie, and I'd like to do that sometime.
Dice que un día te quiere llevar para que vayas a nadar con él. Okay?
He said okay. All right. Well, Alberto, thank you so much. We have a number of great Zio Giano's Italian spaghetti houses for you to eat. Great pasta, perfect homemade bread, the best of Italian food at Zio Giano's. So much good for so little money. Alberto, congratulations on a great start to your season. It's so exciting to watch you play at second base. And thank you for being our dugout interview guest, Alberto.
Thank you.
Ozzy, thanks so much. You made it very easy for me and Alberto to link up with our fans. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Ozzy Lugo helping Alberto Callaspo and I on the dugout interview. Game 3, Kernels, Dayton Dragons. I'll have the starting lineups when we return.
Whether you're a serious athlete or a weekend warrior, injuries can take you out of your game. Smart athletes know that Physiotherapy Associates in Cedar Rapids are the experts in the treatment and prevention of sport-related injuries. Our expert staff serves the metro and surrounding area high school athletes. Physiotherapy Associates of Cedar Rapids, the smart choice in sports medicine. Call us at 398-1569. That's 398-1569. We'll get you back in your game today.
Papa John's pizza, it's so good. Better is best, that's understood. Better call Papa John's tonight. Better call Papa, he's got it right. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Attention baseball fans, call your local Papa John's for our home run special. Get a large pizza with up to 3 toppings of your choice for only $9.99.
Papa John's. Better call Papa.
We're in Dayton, Ohio, and the Kernels are slated to take on the Dayton Dragons in Game 3 of a 4-game series. Dayton clubbed us the first night Tuesday evening after our 8.5-hour tri-state travel motor coach trek here to southwestern Ohio, the Miami Valley. It was Dayton 11, the Kernels 2 on Tuesday night. Then last night, the Kernels got 6 shutout innings from starter Rafael Rodriguez. Good bullpen work from Ozzy Lugo and Rich Thompson. And Alberto Callaspo, our dugout interview guest, was 4 for 5. And the Kernels even the series at a game apiece with a 5-1 win. The tarp is on, but it's going to be pulled off right now as we speak. So although we may start a few minutes behind schedule, we will have baseball here tonight for you from downtown Dayton, Fifth Third Field. The Kernel win last night vaulted us a game over 500. We're 20-19, and that places the Kernels in 5th place in the 8-team Western Division first half standings. The Kernels are percentage points behind 4th place Wisconsin. The Kernels half a game back at 3rd place Beloit, and the Kernels are only 2 lengths in back of 2nd place Peoria and trail 1st place Kane County by 6.5 games. The Dayton Dragons have a record of 19-21. They're in 5th place as well in the 6-team Eastern Division first half standings. Neither team took batting practice this afternoon. The showers appear to be subsiding completely now, and as I said, the grounds crew has the straps in hand of the tarp, and they're about to roll the tarp off the field, or at least remove it from the field, then roll it up onto the tarpaulin itself. The lineups for this evening's ball game, let's go ahead and set them. And then if we have to take a little bit of a delay, we will, but I think we can keep it right here. Let's start by setting the lineups for the Dayton Dragons. They're the Class A Midwest League affiliate of the Cincinnati Reds, and 2 of their former players are really having great years with the parent club, which is only an hour from here. Austin Kearns and Adam Dunn played here in the year 2000, the first year of Fifth Third Field, and they've each belted 13 home runs for the parent Cincinnati Reds. Donnie Scott is the manager. He's in his 3rd season here in Dayton. Donnie managed 5 seasons prior to coming here to Ohio with the Billings Mustangs in the Rookie League, in the Pioneer League. He won championships with Billings in 92, 93, 94, and 97. Donnie was drafted as a catcher in the 2nd round and spent parts of 4 seasons in the big leagues with Texas, Seattle, and the Reds. Here at Fifth Third Field, Donnie Scott and his Dayton Dragons have won 9 and lost 9, and overall they're 19-21. Leading off for the Dragons tonight, he was 5 for 5 in the series opener Tuesday, sat out last night's game with a touch of the flu. Dominic Lewis in right field leads off. Batting second at second base, a left-handed batter who's really hurt the Kernels this year, Kevin Howard out of the University of Miami, a Reds first-round draft pick last year. Ryan Hannigan will hit third for Dayton. He's their catcher. The cleanup man is Travis Wong, and Wong will serve as the designated hitter. Batting fifth, he's tied for 5th in the league with 13 doubles, leads Dayton with 26 runs driven in. Third baseman Mark Shremick out of Texas San Antonio, another first-round pick of Dayton, of Cincinnati rather, last year. Hitting 6th for the Dragons is Brad Correll, and Correll's in left field. The center fielder batting 7th is Junior Ruiz. At first base, Joey Votto. Votto hits 8th for Dayton. And batting 9th, seeing his first action since he suffered a mild concussion against us at Veterans Memorial Stadium on May 5th. Switch hitting shortstop Hector Mateo. On the hill for Dayton is a right-hander, Josh Thigpen. Thigpen is 21 years old, and Cincinnati acquired him from the Boston Red Sox in exchange for second baseman Todd Walker. Josh Thigpen this season making his 8th start. He's 0-3 with a 4.64 earned run average. His last start was Saturday in Clinton. He lost the game. He pitched 4 1/3 innings at Alliant Energy Field, did the 21-year-old right-hander. He allowed the Lumber Kings 3 runs, 1 earned in 4 1/3 innings on only 3 hits. He struck out 2, walked 4. Josh Thigpen, 0-3, is pitching for Dayton tonight. He pitched against us in the series opener between these two ball clubs in our new Veterans Memorial Stadium on Monday, May 5th. Dayton won that game 7-4. Thigpen went 5 innings, yielded just 3 runs to the Kernels in 5 innings, 9 hits. He struck out 2 and he walked none. Josh Thigpen, a 6'4", 210-pound right-hander, is on the hill this evening for the Dayton Dragons. Before we set the Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup, let's remind you that you're tuned to Kernel Baseball on the Zone. ESPN Radio 1600 AM, KCRG, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Allison is our in-studio engineer at 2nd Avenue and 5th Streets. Now let's set the Kernel starting lineup thanks to our great friends and partners at Allen Motor Company. Allen's Spring Sales Drive marches forward, Kernel fans. Their spring sales drive is continuing with supersized, huge savings on pre-owned vehicles. Let me give you a couple of examples. Right now at Allen's during their spring sales drive, featuring supersized, huge savings on used or pre-owned vehicles, 2001 Chrysler 300Ms are just $19,995. Also during Allen's spring sales drive, 2002 Ford Mustangs, that 2002 Ford Mustangs are just $17,995 at Allen's. And 2002 Mercedes-Benz SLK 320s are now sale priced at just $38,995 at Allen Motor Company during Allen's spring sales drive, featuring supersized huge savings on pre-owned vehicles. Visit Allen Motor Company, I-380 and Boyson Road, exit 25 in Hiawatha, or online at allenmotor.com, ALLENMOTOR. That's allenmotor.com. The Allen Motor Kernel starting lineup this evening features B.J. Weed in right field. Weed leads it off. B.J. is hitting .338. That's 6th best in the Midwest League. Batting second in the Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup, our guest on the dugout interview, Alberto Callaspo. He's tied for 4th in the league with a .340 average, and he had 4 hits last night. Leading the league in hitting is Kernel shortstop Erick Aybar with a .347 average. Erick hits 3rd in the Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup. Erick tops in the league in batting, and he leads the league with 51 hits in 39 games. The Kernel cleanup batters behind the plate in the Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup. That's Jared Abruzzo. Alex Dvorsky is the designated hitter, and Alex will bat 5th in the Allen Motor Company Kernel order. Hitting 6th in left field, Caleb Mayer. The Kernel first baseman batting 7th in the Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup is Jake Mathis. Matt Brown drew a couple of key leadoff walks in last night's ball game and scored 2 of the Kernel 5 runs. Matt will hit 8th, and he plays 3rd base in the Allen Motor Company Kernel order. Hitting 9th in center field, he made 2 spectacular catches last night in center field. Rancel Melgarejo. Rounding out the Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup, making his professional debut here tonight, is a left-hander, Micah Posey, P-O-S-E-Y. Micah is 20 years old. He was a 15th round draft pick of the Angels in the year 2001. Did not pitch last year. and he went to Tallahassee Community College in Florida. Micah Posey is 6'5", 220, and he's a southpaw. Michael Posey rounds out the Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup as our hurler this evening. Well, that's a look at both teams' starting lineups. The tarp is being rolled from the field as we speak. The sun has come out, and we should have baseball for you here fairly soon. I would say in about 15 to 20 minutes, we'll have baseball. The umpires are Chris Thomas. He'll work the balls and strikes. And on the diamond is Chris Baake, B-A-A-K-E. Let's take a moment, thanks to State Farm Insurance agents Gary Shubat, Al Shetler, Lanny Peterson, and Dale Thompson to check scores from this afternoon on the State Farm Major League Scoreboard. And finals abound. A lot of finals for you on the State Farm Major League Scoreboard. Let's start in the National League. A 17-inning marathon at Miller Park this afternoon. The Cubs outlasted the Brewers 4-2. 4-2 Cubs in 17 innings at Miller Park this afternoon. State Farm Major League Scoreboard, National League. Houston throttled the Pirates at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Astros 6, Pirates 2 this afternoon. This afternoon, the Cardinals finally broke through against the Cincinnati Reds and beat them for the first time in 6 games this year. And Center Point's Cal Eldred earned his first save of the year as the Cardinals topped the Reds at Busch Stadium today, 6-3. And a final from Philadelphia. The Phils whipped Arizona 6-4 this afternoon. Those are the finals in the National League on the State Farm Major League Scoreboard. In the American League,
we plan on starting the game as soon as the ground crew prepares the playing field. The anticipated starting time will be around 7:30.
All right, they've just made an announcement that this game should start around 7:30, so we'll be in great shape. Let's continue with our look at the State Farm Major League Scoreboard. In the American League this afternoon, Tampa Bay up at Sky Dome knocked off the Blue Jays 9-5. And in 14 innings at the Metrodome, it was the Royals 9 and the Twins 5. Boy, Tony Peña's Kansas City Royals roll right along as they beat the Twins in 14 innings today at the Metrodome, 9-5. Now, continuing on the State Farm Major League Scoreboard, we have a score from San Diego, where the Braves are taking on the Padres. They're in the top of the 5th inning, and the Padres lead Atlanta 3-2. Later tonight in the National League, Montreal visits Denver's Coors Field to tangle with the Rockies, and the Giants host the Mets later tonight at Pac Bell Park. In the American League later tonight, the Texas Rangers and Boston Red Sox clash at Fenway Park. Our parent club, the world champion Anaheim Angels, visit the Bronx to play the Yankees later tonight. And at Jacobs Field in Cleveland, the Tribe hosts Seattle. State Farm Major League Scoreboard later tonight, Oakland to Detroit. They'll get together at Comerica Park. And on the south side at Comiskey, the White Sox entertain the Orioles. That's our complete look at the State Farm Major League Scoreboard. It's brought to you for the 8th year in a row by State Farm Insurance agent Al Shetler, Dale Thompson, Lanny Peterson, and Gary Shubat. This game being delayed, but not for much longer. The grounds crew is putting the final touches on the skin portion and dirt batting circle. And neither pitcher has started to warm up yet, but both teams are out on the field. The Dayton Dragons are housed in the third base dugout here at Fifth Third Field, and the Kernels are in the first base dugout. Well, this is wonderful timing because we can now look ahead to an 8-game Kernel homestand that starts Saturday. That's right, it starts Saturday at 5 o'clock. We're at home for the first of 4 against the South Bend Silverhawks. Saturday, the gates open at 4. The game starts at 5. And Skydog USA and Rockin' Ray will perform between innings, and they'll entertain you with their great, Skydog can jump up and catch frisbees. He can jump through hula hoops. He can retrieve baseballs and bats. you name it, and Rockin' Ray can get Skydog USA to perform. Then on Sunday, a first-ever promotion that Dana St. Germain, our Director of Entertainment, has worked tirelessly on, and it'll be a lot of fun. It features Man's Best Friend. Bark in the Park, Sunday. The gates open at 1. You'll want to come early with your dog. That's right. You can bring your dog to the new Veterans Memorial Stadium for some frolic and fun on Sunday. This Sunday, the gates open at 1. The game starts at 2. There will be a parade. You can bring your dog down onto the field. You need to pre-register to make sure your dog has been vaccinated properly and make sure you bring your dog on a leash. You'll pay a total of $8 if it's just you and your dog. In other words, your admission is $4 to sit in the long section. Your dog's $4 admission will be donated to the Lynn County Humane Society. Pet owners, that is dog owners. Bring your pooch to the game. Bring your hound. Bring your dog. Bring your best friend. It's Bark in the Park Sunday. The gates open at 1. Then Monday night, the 19th, it'll be Pierce Elementary School night at the new Veterans Memorial Stadium, and the game starts at 6:30 against South Bend. The gates open at 5:30. On Sunday the 20th, on Tuesday the 20th, a noon start. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Day on Tuesday the 20th, a noon start as we conclude our 4-game series with South Bend. One of you lucky Colonel fans on Tuesday the 20th will receive a pink chair signed by all the members of this year's club in recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Day, a noon start on Tuesday, May 20th. Then a day off on Wednesday the 21st. The 8-game homestand continues with 4 over Memorial Day weekend against the Clinton Lumber Kings. On Thursday, May 22nd, one of our most popular premium giveaways of the year, the first 1,000 kids 12 and under will receive a free set of Colonel baseball cards courtesy of Perfect Game USA. It's Perfect Game baseball card set night, Thursday, May 22nd. The gates open at 5:30. Come early because it's the first 1,000 girls and boys 12 and under that receive that free set of Colonel baseball cards from Perfect Game. Before we tell you what's up on Friday the 23rd, let's remind you that you can contact the Kernels in a number of ways. Log on our website at www.kernels.com, Kernels. You can order tickets if you'd like to order tickets for upcoming games, including this 8-game homestand that I'm describing to you. Or you can call our box office at 896-7560. That's 896-7560. Before we tell you about the fantastic promotions and fun Memorial Day weekend, let's remind you that the start of this game in Dayton is being delayed by about a half hour as the grounds crew continues to ready the field. Neither starting pitcher has started to throw yet. We've set the Allen Motor Company Colonel starting lineup for you, as well as the Dragon starting lineup, and we're going to keep it right here as we continue to look ahead to all the fun and excitement on our upcoming homestand. Friday, May 23rd, Commercial Federal Bank Fireworks Night. That's right. Commercial Federal Bank will put on a fireworks show unequaled and unparalleled in any ballpark, and that's in our home stadium, the new Veterans Memorial Stadium, Friday, May 23rd. A 6:30 start, Commercial Federal Bank Firework Night. It's a Big Bang Friday at the new Veterans Memorial Stadium, Friday, May 23rd, Commercial Federal Bank Fireworks Night. Then Saturday, the 24th, a 5 o'clock start. The gates open at 4 as we play Clinton. The 8-game homestand concludes with baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet on Sunday, May 25th. A 2 o'clock start, a 2002 Chevy Cavalier from Pat McGrath Chevyland will be won by one of you Colonel fans. Registration now taking place at the new Veterans Memorial Stadium during Colonel home games and at Pat McGrath Chevyland for that 2002 Chevy Cavalier from Pat McGrath Chevyland, part of baseball, hot dog, Apple Pie and Chevrolet Day on Sunday, May 25th. The game starts at 2. Everyone coming to the game will have a chance to win that 2002 Chevy Cavalier from Pat McGrath Chevyland. The winner will be drawn during the game. You must be 18 years or older with a valid driver's license and proof of insurance. You need not be present to win, but we'd sure like to see you at the game. Our general manager, Jack Rader, thinks it'll be a sellout, and I agree with Jack, on Sunday, May 25th. Now, wait a minute. I said baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. Well, we've explained the baseball. It starts at 2 o'clock. The gates open at 1 on Sunday the 25th, and we've gotten you excited about one of you Colonel fans winning a 2002 Chevy Cavalier from Pat McGrath Chevyland. How about the hot dogs? Half-price hot dogs throughout the afternoon on Sunday, May 25th. And our Cedar Rapids and Marion Hy-Vees will proudly present a coupon to everyone coming to the game on Sunday the 25th. And that coupon can be redeemed for a free slice of apple pie from any of the Cedar Rapids or Marion Hy-Vees. What a promotion that Jack Rader, our general manager, has put together in conjunction with Pat McGrath Chevyland and our area Hy-Vee stores on Sunday, May 25th. Let me give you that Colonel ticket number again. 896-7560. 896-7560. Well, that's going to do it as far as setting the scene for the upcoming 8-game homestand. The Kernels and Dragons continue to ready themselves for what should be about a 7:30 start. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to send it back to the zone. ESPN Radio 1600. Our engineer, Allison, is going to plug us into the great national programming from ESPN. I'll be in touch with Allison, and it's likely that we'll be back here for baseball in Dayton in about 10 minutes. The scene is set. We'll be playing shortly. I'm John Rogers, the voice of the Kernels, and we will now return you to ESPN programming on the zone.
This has been a special sports presentation from the Zone, ESPN Radio, 1600 AM, Cedar Rapids. Now back to our regularly scheduled ESPN programming, already in progress.
CC,
I'll eat my pasta. Go ahead, make something.
That's
good.
fine.
Make a good statement.
Do not underestimate Mike Tranghese and the Big East Conference, because not only is he a bright, able administrator, but he can fight for what he believes in, too, and he is very, very good at building a consensus, as was and is his mentor, Dave Gavitt. Those are two of the brightest minds we have seen in college sports in a while. So I wouldn't just pack it in and say the Big East is over and done with, or has to make these, this could be very interesting the way this musical chairs plays out.
Yeah,
really interesting.
You're right. I mean,
but it's not a done deal.
Go down without a fight.
It's not a done deal.
Log on and vote, ESPNradio.com. You can also email us always, 24 hours a day, Chuck and Chris at ESPNradio.com. That's the way to go. And we'll be happy to read your email and make fun of it, perhaps on the air, or just, if it, in fact, is accurate and yet is critical of me, we will just throw it away. Mm-hmm. So that's generally what we do.
Do we get rid of a lot of them, or do we?
Well, we read, we have to throw some away. But we read a lot that are critical of you or the producers. We throw away the ones that are not. And the ones that are in praise of me, we read 3 or 4 times a show. That's generally the policy of game night.
Isn't the way it should
be?
I mean, that's the way it ought to be, isn't it?
It's always funny to see a picture of the person whose voice we hear on the radio. After having seen the ugly mug of Chris Moore on the Internet, tell Chuck to go ahead and pull the handle down on that paper cutter. Just kidding. You guys have a great show. That's my friend Tom Butterfield in Spring Arbor, Michigan. Mm-hmm. He's carved out quite a life for himself, emailing radio shows in the middle of the night. Al Soriano has gone yard, and some doofus in a yellow slicker has caught the ball acting like a 3-year-old. But that's why you come to the game. Look at this guy. I got it! Oh! I'm the best! Get a cell phone and call somebody who cares, all right? We don't give a rat's behind and you caught the ball. You're too old to bring a glove to the game. Give it to some kid, you slob. What are you going to do with it? Here's the ball I caught last night. Hey, Frankie, did you see the game last night? Oh, you don't get yes? Yeah, I caught the ball, man. Look, here it is right here. It's got Bud Selig signed it. Look right on here. Alan H. Selig. Yeah, he's like, he's in baseball or something. It's like the American League president or something. Yeah, I caught it. I didn't give it to any kids, no. The kid asked me, I said, he had $50. He didn't have it. So I kept the ball. Hey, Jeets has doubled. We're on a roll. Who's that, stiff Aaron Seeley? He couldn't get me out. Aaron Seeley. Okay, comes in with an ERA of 1.59. Who's he been facing? Class of my Little League team, we're 1-4. I don't know if he'd start for us on Saturday in part of our twin bill. I'm not sure I'd give Aaron Seeley the ball. I might let him relieve if we had a big, big lead. Ottawa, New Jersey, no score 5 minutes into their tilt of the ages. Look at all those empty chairs at the Meadowlands. Don't be afraid to show up to the tilt. 7 o'clock game, they don't want to come out early. A lot of traffic on Route 3.
Since you're on such a roll, as we continue...
I'm trying to eat my pasta. I can't believe this show gets in the way of my dinner.
Well,
that's why I want off this shift.
Well,
I do not want to work.
Break in about a minute and a half.
Yeah, well, I may not be able to...
Can't you wait a minute and a half
for your... I had him go extra on the garlic.
Yeah, I've fortunately still got a pretty good cold. So
the great thing about the pasta bar is that no matter what you order, they give you this. I mean, if you order the small, it's a large. And if they order the large, you pay for large, and it's a large. It's the same size, so you have to order the small.
Yeah.
You get a good opportunity.
NBA playoff action, top of the hour, San Antonio and the Lakers. It is Game 6. ABC has this one, and then ESPN with a doubleheader of hockey and basketball. And, of course, you mentioned the hockey on right now, and that will be followed up Dallas and Sacramento.
Good entertainment.
Yeah. And coming up here on ESPN Radio, we've got lots of goodies.
Todd McFarlane going to come on and talk to us about the sports figures.
Yes.
And Bob Bigelow on U Sports, that Wakefield Little League incident.
Yeah, he's excellent. Just Let the Kids Play is his book. He used to play for the Celtics. He was a first-round pick out of Penn. So, he's very good. Mitch Lawrence will join us, giving us his feel on the NBA.
Jason Stark Naked will join us.
We'll talk about the ACC Big East with Larry Shyatt, who has coached in both of those conferences. Get his take on it.
Cindy Reed of the Golf Channel on the ongoing Annika Sorenstam flap.
And probably more silliness from Christopher
Well,
Edward
I'm happy
Moore.
to report that Kesty, in christening in the new century, has bought himself a new shirt. First of the 2000s. As clearly a sale at TJX or Marshall's or wherever they have that clearance, that orange label, and a big clearance sign. There's Kesty in there with his wife. They just race to the back of the store, knocking over old ladies. Now, get out of the way! Here he comes.
Look at the way he's dressed. And I saw Chris bring it in the box. I trailed him for miles.
It's a beautiful thing.
Dropped it off.
It's a nice shirt, Kesty.
Not
nice
bad.
Golf shirt.
Not bad
Looks good on you. Chicks will be all over you.
My headphones look good on you also.
Oh, you want these? Here, you can have them. I'm trying to eat my garlic and pasta. Hey, Swain, hit the button. Let's hear Sports Center.
ESPN Radio Sports Center.
All right, guys, after nearly blowing all of a 25-point lead in Game 5 of their NBA second-round series, the Spurs can end the run of the three-time defending league champion Los Angeles Lakers tonight. Game 6 tips off top of the hour in L.A. The Lakers under Phil Jackson 4-0 when facing playoff elimination.
This is a team that's worried about us grinding them down, so they're like a light heavyweight. They're out there throwing jabs and punches and running away and trying to get that early lead so that they can survive the end rounds where we're going to get them in the corner and start pummeling them.
ABC has Game 6, Lakers and Spurs. Again, top of the hour, ESPN will broadcast Kings and Mavericks Game 6 from Sacramento, 10:30 Eastern Time. Dallas leading that series 3-2. The night in Stanley Cup playoff action is underway right now on ESPN. Ottawa and New Jersey scoreless, 13.5 minutes to go in the first period. They split 2 games in Ottawa. Defenseman Wade Redden, who went down in Game 2, a knee-to-knee injury, is in the lineup for the Senators tonight. Pete Sampras may have played his last competitive tennis match 8 months after winning his record 14th Grand Slam singles title. The LA Times website reporting Sampras is pulled out of the upcoming French Open and Wimbledon. Sampras did tell the paper he's not 100% going to close the doors. Sampras hasn't played since winning the U.S. Open last September. Baseball, the Anaheim Angels have a chance to do something no other team has done so far this season, sweep the New York Yankees. And in the third game of their series, New York out to a 1-0 lead in the first inning. Alfonso Soriano, a leadoff home run against Aaron Seeley, his 12th of the season. Texas didn't score, top of the first at Boston. The Red Sox going for the sweep of that series. Seattle got a 3-run homer from Edgar Martinez, leading Cleveland 3-0. Oakland 5 runs home, top of the first against the Tigers. It is 5-0. Barry Zito will pitch against Adam Bernero, who's given up 5 runs. He's 0-5 to start the season. The Royals split 4 with Minnesota, 9-5. Today's final in 14. Tampa Bay 9-5 over Toronto. The Orioles and White Sox coming up later. In the National League, they're in the Seventh inning right now. Atlanta leading San Diego 10-5. 8 runs in the fifth for the Braves. Julio Franco had a 2-run triple. Cubs and Brewers went to the 17th inning today. Tied at 2. Damian Miller, a 2-out single in the Cubs half of the 17th. That brought up Corey Patterson.
Now the 2-0 on the way, and Patterson hits one in the air. Deep right field. This ball's got a chance. Gone! 2-run homer, Corey Patterson. Cubs lead 4-2. Yes, sir. Oh, man, Corey Patterson.
Pat Hughes, Ron Santo, WGN Chicago. Cubs win at 4-2 in 17. Cardinals beat the Reds 6-3, avoiding the sweep. Houston a 6-2 winner over Pittsburgh, and the Phillies get 3 runs in the 7th to beat the Diamondbacks 6-4. Sports Center on ESPN Radio. I'm Mark Kestisher.
Now, in our second decade as the leader in sports broadcasting, this is ESPN Radio.
Kerrigan is just a pitiful 12 over par on the third tee.
You know, after 33 years of grinding it out, Kerrigan's got a lot of mileage on that bag.
It seems he's having trouble finding the fairway. Oh, he missed.
Yes, he did, didn't he?
A swing and a miss.
I don't think I've ever seen that before, Chip.
Too bad everything with high mileage can't perform like a car that uses Valvoline's Max Life motor oil, specially formulated to help keep your engine performing for a long time, no matter what the mileage.
Got a hold of that one.
Valvoline's Max Life.
ESPN and Wendy's Classic Hamburgers present the Road to Bristol and a chance for you to win a VIP trip to Bristol, Connecticut. Follow in the footsteps of football great Art Donovan, horse racing's Jorge Chavez, and BMX legend Dave Mirra with a trip to the home of ESPN Sports Center. For a chance to win your VIP trip to Bristol or one of thousands of other great prizes, visit ESPN.com/Road to Bristol. Void where prohibited. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 18 and older. Sweepstakes ends May 31st, 2003. For official rules, log on to ESPN.com/Road to Bristol. Earlier for the Dan Patrick Show.
Davis Love III joining us on ESPN Radio.
Who the Falcons going to get in the draft?
Sean, who are they taking?
I don't know yet. I'll change information when you call me for a caddy, Davis. How you like that? You want to win on your fantasy team? Bring me to a tournament, buddy.
All right, I'm going to have to listen in the morning, I guess, to goal.
You know what?
Oh!
Now that was bad,
That
Davis.
hurt. That is what I'm talking about. And Davis, no problem giving you a little tip.
It's Mike and Mike in the morning on ESPN Radio.
ESPN is your nightly home for everything baseball with Baseball Tonight.
Celtic, exit, stage right.
Featuring the day's webcam highlights and monster shot roundup.
Matsui, unloaded.
Check out who's hot and who's not as we take you around the league and touch them all. With unparalleled coverage by Peter Gammons and Carl Rabbit.
Against double play, third.
An analysis from 3-time Gold Glover Harold Reynolds and former manager Bobby Valentine.
I like what I see.
Play catch-up ball every night with Baseball Tonight. All season long on ESPN and ESPN2.
The NBA playoffs continue on the NBA on ESPN Radio. The run for a trip to the Western Conference Finals turns red high as the Lakers, Spurs, Mavs, and Kings all continue their heated series.
Whoa! Big three-pointer!
Are the Nets the best in the East, or the number 1 seeded Pistons poised to make a trip to the finals? Not if Allen Iverson has anything to say about it. The NBA playoffs continue this weekend on ESPN Radio.
The games that became classics. The moments that became history. The athletes that became legends.
Here's Michael at the foul line. The Bulls win!
They're all on ESPN Classic. This is where past generations remember the greatest in sports history and where the next generation can experience it all for the first time. Call your cable or satellite provider and experience ESPN Classic now.
Previously on the Tony Kornheiser Show.
It is a great thing that Mo Cheeks did. How many of us would have done that? I don't have my hand up. Did any of the Portland Trail Blazers do it? They did not. Now, you could say they were all high. It's possible. They were stoned at the time and just sort of digging the music. Yeah. That's possible. The team they played, the Dallas Mavericks, did any of them do it? Well, most of them were born in foreign countries. And they were just sort of cruising along with the girl anyway, not knowing what the words were to begin with. Right. Having said all that,
now back out to John Rogers from the studio. I'm Allison Conley. The Kernels game has been delayed, but we're ready to go now.
Allison, thank you so much. We're we thought we'd be. That is the Kernels and Dayton Dragons to start in about 4 minutes here in downtown Dayton. The tarp was on the field when we took the air with the dugout interview. Our dugout interview was with one of the stars of last night's Kernel 5-1 win, and that was second baseman Alberto Callaspo. We then proceeded to set both lineups for you. The Dayton Dragon order and their manager Donnie Scott Donnie Scott is turning that batting order and that lineup into the pair of umpires down below. That's Chris Thomas, the plate umpire, and Chris Bakke, the base umpire. 2002 Midwest League Manager of the Year Todd Klaus has turned in his Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup, and we're moments away from baseball here in Dayton. Another sellout crowd of over 8,000 is here tonight, and the Dragons introduced individually out of their third base dugouts, or their third base dugout rather. Dayton is in their white home uniforms with black socks, black sleeves, and green numbers on the back, black caps with green bills. The Kernels are in their gray their gray road uniforms, will be home to start an 8-game homestand Saturday at 5 o'clock, and we reviewed all the fun and excitement that is in store for you as we head towards a crescendo on Memorial Day weekend that features commercial federal fireworks on Friday the 23rd and baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet on Sunday, let me hold on here. Sunday, May 25th. Sunday, May 25th is baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. One of you Kernel fans will win a 2002 Chevy Cavalier from Pat McGrath Chevyland on Sunday, May 25th. Well, down below is a group of about 24 men and women, middle-aged and older. They're in royal blue shirts and tan slacks and white tennis shoes. They're facing the backstop. And in just a moment, we're going to honor America here from Ohio with the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. The rain is cleared. It should be a great night for baseball and another capacity crowd here at Fifth Third Field in downtown Dayton. Let's join the public address system here at Fifth Third Field and honor America as the group I described will sing the Star-Spangled Banner. The chorus has been introduced, and now they'll sing the national anthem. First, they'll be tuned. You'll hear a little tuning. There it is. You can tell the crowd here in Dayton's hungry for baseball. So are we. We're glad you're with us as the Kernels and Dragons meet in Game 3 of a 4-game series. The Kernels are a game over 500 by virtue of their 5-1 victory last night. And Colonel lefty Micah Posey's making his professional debut on the mound this evening. Allison is our in-studio engineer. Kernel baseball in 1 minute here on The Zone.
Big time motor.
Well, I'm looking for a used car. I like this one. What's the price?
Listen, lady, I don't sell prices. I sell cars. But I guess if you must know, it's this.
Wow. That's $2,000 more than the one low price on the exact same car at Randy Keel Honda. And I didn't even have to ask them. Randy Keel has the prices posted for every car on their lot.
Well, we've got the best service department to stand behind our vehicles.
Really? Randy Keel showed me they're #1 in service and sales customer satisfaction. How do you know yours is the best?
My manager told me.
Thanks, but I think I'm going back to Randy Keel Honda to get the best price and the best service.
But I can throw in a free air freshener to put over the rearview mirror.
Nice try.
Randy Keel Honda understands what you need when you're looking for a new or used car. They post their prices clearly, so you don't have to guess, and they'll never pressure you. That's why they're #1 in service and sales customer satisfaction. And they just won the President's Award from American Honda. Come find out for yourself. Randy Keel Honda is on Center Point Road in Cedar Rapids, or you can visit them at randykeel.com.
And before we get started on this Thursday night from Dayton, we want to thank Kirkwood Community College. Kirkwood Community College is a proud partner with the Kernels, backing professional baseball in the City of Five Seasons. They have a beautiful blue and white tri-vision, double tri-vision sign in the new Veterans Memorial Stadium. You hear testimonials from their satisfied and happy students here on our Kernel broadcast. Kirkwood Community College, learning for your lifetime. We're set to go at 7:32 local time. And B.J. Weed, who took the collar last night 0 for 5, but stole third base and scored in the Kernel 2-run ninth inning after reaching on a fielder's choice. So B.J., as always, was in the middle of Kernel success. He'll lead it off with his .338 batting average against right-hander Josh Thigpen. And the game's first pitch is fouled into the net. Strike one. Strike one to B.J. It's 63 degrees here at Fifth Third Field, and the game starts at 6:33 Eastern Iowa time. B.J. no homers, 12 RBIs. His steal of third last year was his 8th of the year. And he loops one over the third baseman's head. It's going to fall and fall fair. Fair for extra bases. It's picked up by Brad Carell as B.J. Weed has doubled, looping one over the third baseman, Mark Schrammick's head. It fell fair by about 6 feet, and B.J. Weed has his 11th double of the year. And the Kernels have a chance to break out on top here in the top of the first inning against right-hander Josh Thigpen. B.J. Weed hit one high over the head of the third baseman, Mark Schrammick. No chance for Brad Carell to get close to it. It was just a matter of fair or foul, and it fell fair for a double. Callaspo bunts in the air, and the pitcher caught it. Alberto trying to pull a bunt past the pitcher, and he got it up in the air about 3 feet on a line, and the pitcher, Josh Thigpen, moved to his left, and he reached out and caught it. So Alberto, with the right idea, I think he was bunting for a base hit. He just couldn't get it down before the pitcher caught it, so it'll take a base hit from either Aybar or Abruzzo if the Kernels are going to capitalize on the leadoff double from B.J. Weed. Alberto gone on one pitch after going 4 for 5 last night. Now here's the league's leading hitter, Erick Aybar, batting left-handed, and the right-hander Thigpen gets ahead with a strike at the knees to Erick Aybar. The Kernels in their gray road uniforms with red sleeves, blue numbers trimmed in red and white, and Cedar Rapids inscripted across those gray road jerseys in block letters. The Dayton right-hander's 0-1 is low for ball one. Erick Aybar tops in the league with a .347 average. 2 for 4 last night. His 2-out, 2-run homer in the third staked the Kernels to a 2-0 lead, and the Kernels won 5-1. BJ at second. And a pitch looped foul outside of third. Schrammick on the run. He can't get there. It's into the stands for strike 2 to Erick Aybar. Erick has a couple of homers, his second coming last night. He was batting right-handed off the starter Juan Frias. 20 RBIs for Aybar, and he has 51 hits to lead the Midwest League. This is our 40th game of the year. Our road record stands at 7-9. B.J. Weed leads away from second here in the top of the first inning. No score. 1 out. Thigpen checks Weed and deals home. A curve and a swing and a miss. A big strikeout for Josh Thigpen as he got the league's leading hitter to swing at a curveball and miss strike 3. So we need a 2-out hit from Jared Abruzzo if we're going to take advantage of B.J.'s leadoff double. Jared hitting .262, 4 homers. He leads the Kernels with 24 runs driven in. Kernels second in the league in hitting with a .268 team batting average. Jared's batting left-handed. 1 for 4 last night. He singled in the first inning. Now the pitcher looks Weed back to second as the shortstop Hector Mateo had snuck in behind him. The lights have been turned on here. The skies have cleared, and it's a beautiful 63-degree night for baseball. In Southwest Ohio, they call it the Miami Valley. The first pitch to Abruzzo, high and away for a ball. Outfield for Dayton plays Jared straight away, Brad Kernels in left, Junior Ruiz in center, and Dominic Lewis in right. Lewis has a very tough sun field. The wind is absolutely not a factor. It's perfectly calm here at Fifth Third Field. The 1-0 to Abruzzo. Missed just outside, ball 2, a fastball. Dayton's infield has Mark Schrammick at third, Hector Mateo at short. The second baseman's Kevin Howard, and over at first is Joey Votto. He's playing a good 25 feet back of first base for Jared Abruzzo. Jared's ahead 2-0. He wears a pair of white batting gloves and uses a two-tone color bat, brown handle, black barrel. A let-up is a beauty, a strike called. The catcher is Ryan Hannigan. The Kernels made roster moves yesterday, sending David Gates and pitchers Dustin Griffith and Phil Wilson to Rancho Cucamonga in the California League. Dayton promoted Justin Davis, who has played in all 6 games this season against us. He's been promoted to a higher level as well. Abruzzo fouls one off the mask to the plate umpire, Chris Thomas. It's 2-2 to Jared. Jared gets very few fastballs to swing at. The Colonel cleanup batter with 24 RBIs and 4 home runs. Straightaway stance, wide stance from the left side. Weed at second. Jared on a 2-2 pitch went around on a high fastball and he strikes out. Well, the Colonels had a great chance to break out on top here in the first inning and take the momentum, but waste a leadoff double from B.J. Weed. No runs in the Colonel first inning, 1 hit, no Dayton errors, 2 Colonel strikeouts, and 1 left. And after 1/2 inning from downtown Dayton, it's the Colonels nothing, the Dragons coming to bat.
Life is a process of continuous change. Each of us has to be prepared to adjust to constantly changing events. One way you can make sure you're taking care of all the changes in your life is to visit Phil Andrews, your Pekin insurance agent at Weidenhammer Andrews in Cedar Rapids. You can depend on Phil Andrews, your Pekin insurance professional, to give you sound advice on insurance for your home, auto, life, and health. See Phil Andrews at the Weidenhammer Andrews Agency in Cedar Rapids to make your life a little easier.
On the outside, everything looks fine. But on the inside, an unseen enemy is plotting the destruction of your home. Termites. Termites can be deadly to your home unless you fight back with certified pest and termite control. Yes, termites have made their way to Iowa, and they can cause extensive damage to your home before you even know they're there. It takes a trained professional to look in all the right places. Don't risk your home. Call the experienced, licensed, and insured experts at Certified Pest and Termite Control. 1 in 5 homes inspected have shown signs of termites. Certified offers guaranteed inspections and a 10% discount for seniors. Locally owned and operated, Certified carries a full supply for the do-it-yourselfers. Look for the giant ant at 1141 16th Avenue Southwest. Don't take a chance. Call Certified Pest and Termite Control today.
I'm sure the butterflies are churning in a positive way for Colonel's 6'5" lefty Micah Posey, M-I-C-A-H-P-O-S-E-Y. Micah was taken by Anaheim in the 15th round in 2001 out of Tallahassee Community College in the state capital of Florida. But Michael didn't pitch last year due to injury. He's just 20 years old, and he's set to go here in the bottom of the first. B.J. Weed stroked the leadoff double into left for the Colonels, but never moved from second base as Josh Thigpen retired the next 3 Colonels. Dominic Lewis had a dominating night at the plate here on Tuesday night in the series opener, a Dayton 11-2 thrashing of the Colonels. Lewis, a right-handed batter, was 5 for 5. He scored 3 runs. He drove in 1, and he swings and misses at Micah's first pitch, strike 1. Lewis' 5 for 5 night here on Tuesday lifted his batting average to .311. Dominic is 24 years old, out of Southwest Texas State. He's a right-handed batter, a homer, 13 RBIs. Micah fires high, and that's ball one. Micah Posey wears his red stirrups up high. The Kernels wearing their all-blue road caps. Now Lewis steps out. Dominic, not a big guy, 5'9", 175. With the Dragons last year in 62 games, he hit .245. The 1-1 from the Colonel southpaw is swatted foul into the screen. Strike two. Colonel infield, same as last night. Matt Brown at the hot corner, up the middle, Aybar and Callaspo at short and second, and Jake Mathis at first. The catcher's Abruzzo, and the outfield the same as last night. Left to right, Mayer, Melgarejo, and Weed. Posey's ahead of the leadoff man, 1-2, and the pitch is again fouled into the screen. It remains 1-2 to Dominic Lewis. He's 7 for 8 in stolen base attempts. Cincinnati took him in the 34th round of the 2001 draft. Broke in with Billings in 2001 and hit .257 in 41 games. Wears his pants very baggy. And takes low and away for ball two. You'd never know the tarp was on the field and that neither team hit, and that it was raining at 6 o'clock local time, 5 o'clock Eastern Iowa time. The conditions have cleared, and a big crowd as usual is here. Ball three is high from the Colonel lefty. The count full now to Dominic Lewis. Micah Posey has kind of a scraggly beard, just a little more than a 5 o'clock shadow. So he has that intimidating look on his face. Lewis walks. The plate umpire ruled it low. And a tough start for Micah Posey. He was ahead of the leadoff batter, 1-2, and lost him on a walk. Kevin Howard at the plate. Kevin's hitting .282, 2 homers, 18 RBIs. Left-handed batter out of the University of Miami. 1 for 3 last night. Drew a 1-out walk in the first inning. Dominic Lewis has drawn a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the first. He's not running. And a ball in the dirt. Now he is running. The throw into center field. And holding on at second is Dominic Lewis. Dominic Lewis swipes second. His 8th of the year. So now the Dragons have the same opportunity the Kernels had in the first inning. Dayton has a runner at second with nobody out. The Kernels had it with B.J. Weed in the first inning and couldn't get B.J. home. The pitch was in the dirt. Lewis took off and swiped second. There's a strike on a slider to Kevin Howard. The Colonel pitching staff is 9th in the league of 14 teams. Our team ERA is 3.82. That's 9th of 14. We're facing a ball club that has a .254 team batting average, 7th in the 14-team Midwest League. The left-handed batting Howard takes the curve in the dirt, ball two. It's 3:20 down the lines here at Fifth Third Field. 4:02 to straightaway center. A 10-foot high padded wall in center field. As Howard takes strike two at the knees. Now the count even to Kevin Howard. And a large 16-foot high dark green net above the green padded wall in center provides an ideal background for the hitters. Long look at second by Posey. Now Micah's 2-2. Swing and a miss. A good curve ball, and Kevin Howard spun around like a top, and he's down on strikes. Big strikeout, because now it'll take a hit from either Ryan Hannigan or Travis Wong if the Dragons are going to score a runner from second base here in the first inning. This game, 33 minutes late in starting due to a steady shower. A good changeup was ruled low by the plate umpire, ball one. Ryan Hannigan is a .295 hitting catcher. He has no home runs. He's driven in 14. Hannigan waves that bat across the plate almost like a golf club off the tee. And he nubs one back to the mound. Looking at second. Oh, Micah Posey lobbed the ball to first, and that cost him. He threw Ryan Hannigan out, but why he lobbed it to first after looking the runner back to second, I'll never know. Brian Hannigan taps back to the hill for the second out of the inning. Micah Posey looks the runner back to second and then inexplicably lobs the ball to first, and that allowed Dominic Lewis to race to third without a play. Had Micah thrown the ball with an ordinary amount of velocity on it to first, Lewis would have been thrown out at third or wouldn't have tried for third. But Micah figured, well, he's right near the bag. I'll lob it to first. And Lewis took off, and he's at third. Ball one inside to Travis Wong. Travis Wong is hitting .226, a homer, 11 RBIs. Ball two is low to the cleanup batter and DH, Travis Wong. Wong last night led off the fourth inning with a ringing double against Rafael Rodriguez, but Rafael prevented Wong from scoring. Travis was 1 for 4 last night. Towering batter, 6 feet 6 inches tall. The slider's low, ball 3. Ball 3 to Travis Wong. Out of Texas A&M. 48th round pick by Cincinnati last year, and Donnie Scott will likely turn him loose on 3-0. Nope, he took a ball low, the second walk of the inning. So Micah Posey, the lefty, we knew he'd be a bit jittery in his first professional start. He's walked a pair here in the first inning. First and third, 2 out, and the batter is Mark Schrammick, a left-handed hitter.
The third baseman, number 21, Mark Schrammick.
Wong is at first, and the Kernels will not hold him on. 2 walks and a stolen base, and Dayton has a chance with 2 out to crack out on top. Mark Schrammick, a left-handed batter. Big guy, 6'4", 230. Strike one called on the outside corner from the Colonel southpaw. Mark Schrammick was held hitless last night. We're in the bottom of the first inning. No score. The Dragon left-handed batter leads his club with 26 RBIs. A curve, and it's looped foul down the left field line, out of play, strike 2. An 8-game Colonel homestand commences this Saturday, a 5 o'clock start. The gates open at 4. We'll be welcoming a big group from Wright Elementary School on Saturday. Skydog USA and Rockin' Ray set to perform. The gates open at 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Schrammick swings and misses, strike 3. And Micah Posey has worked out of trouble in the bottom of the first inning. No runs for the Dragons, no hits, 2 walks, no Colonel errors, a stolen base. Dayton leaves a pair. And after 1 inning on this beautiful Thursday night, the Colonels and Dayton, no score.
Myself in the double door. Uh-oh is right. My hair looks terrible. My ends are all scraggly. And my roots. Did you see my roots? I can't believe I've been walking around like this.
Have you tried Cost Cutters?
Oh, I'd love to get my hair done, but who has the time? With work and the kids, I barely have time to find matching socks, let alone time for my hair. Besides, I need the works.
Just go to Cost Cutters. They'll have you in and out and looking great in no time.
Yeah?
Yeah. At Cost Cutters, the stylist will keep you looking great with a new cut, some color, even highlights. Check out mine.
Oh, so Cost Cutters is your secret.
Yep. I even get my favorite products there. You know, shampoo, conditioner.
That's it. I'm going to Cost Cutters.
Right now?
My roots, thank you.
There are a dozen Cost Cutters here in our area, each offering a relaxed, convenient hair care experience with no appointments and no hassles. Cost Cutters makes things easy and affordable with professional stylists who care about you. Cost Cutters, live your life. We always have time for your hair.
Who's that cool cooking man? King of the grill, who's your patio? Your patio, daddy-o. Charbroiled, sausage flipping man with the buns. Who's your patio, daddy-o? Your patio, daddy-o.
He only cooks Clements, 'cause it's #1 for taste and fun.
Econo Foods is the place to save on Clements Fine products this week. Shop Econo Foods for hot pricing on Clements.
Had a runner at second, nobody out, and neither could score. Alex Dvorsky will lead it off for the Kernels in the top of the second inning. Alex 1 for 3 last night with a base on balls. Dvorsky led off an inning 4 times last night, and he leads off an inning here in the top of the second inning. The right-handed batter looks at one low from Josh Thigpen, who's 0-3 on the year, a 4.64 ERA. Josh, in 33 innings, has yielded 34 hits, struck out 25 in 33 innings, walked 16. Alex fouls one off to the right, strike one. The Kernels will have a big thrill tomorrow. They'll face a big leaguer, Jimmy Haynes. Jimmy will be doing a rehab start here, and then on up to the Cincinnati Reds. A curve, and it's just outside, and it's 2-1 to Dvorsky. Alex has a .235 average on the year. He's socked 2 homers, driven in 9 runs. He uses a maple bat that is brown in color, and he loops one into center field, and it's going to be a diving catch by Junior Ruiz. A hard hit ball by Alex Dvorsky. Ruiz came racing in and almost overran it, dove at the last second, threw his glove up in the air, and speared it. So Alex Dvorsky got good wood on one and lines out to center field for the first out of the Colonel second inning. They show it on the big replay board below the Fifth Third Field logo in left field, and the crowd cheers again. This is the only stadium in the Midwest League that has 2 decks, a double-tiered stadium. A curve is a strike on the outside corner to Caleb Mayer. Mayer hitting .283, no homers, 4 RBIs. Caleb was 2 for 4 in the Colonel win last night. Thigpen works quickly and misses low for ball 1. Caleb now playing in his 13th game as a Colonel. 0-0. We're in the top of the second inning. 1 out, nobody on for the Colonels. Strike 2 called at the knees on the outside corner to Caleb. Yes, Jimmy Haynes will go 5 innings tomorrow, a big leaguer who's pitched with Oakland, Milwaukee, and now Cincinnati. So that'll be a thrill for the Colonels. A bouncer foul into the Colonel dugout keeps Caleb in the hole, 1-2. In my 8 years with the Colonels, I can tell you who I remember us facing as far as big leaguers. We had the thrill of facing Kevin Tapani back in 1997 at Marinelli Field in Rockford. A swing and a foul by Mayer into the backstop. I remember that well because Kevin Ham, who's now a scout and will help coach the Provo Angels this year, Kevin Ham had a hit off of Kevin Tapani in 1997 at Marinelli Field in Rockford. Another 1-2 from the right-hander. A curve grounded deep to short, backhanded by Mateo. Long throw, not in time. It's an infield single for Caleb Mayer. Caleb Mayer grounded one to deep short, and Mateo backhanded. His long throw was a one-hopper in late, and Caleb Mayer is aboard with the second Colonel hit of the night. What other big leaguers have we faced? Well, last year, remember, in August, we faced Garrett Stevenson. Garrett was the winner this afternoon at Busch Stadium as the Cardinals beat the parent club of these Dayton Dragons 6-3. Last year at O'Brien Field in Peoria, Garrett Stevenson no-hit the Colonels for 5 innings. Never threw a pitch over 85 miles an hour. And, of course, in our old Veterans Memorial Stadium, we got to face Mark Wohlers when he was on a rehab stint with, I believe, the Clinton Lumber Kings. Jake Mathis a swing and a miss on a high fastball. Jake hitting .274. Left-handed batter with 3 homers, 15 RBIs. Caleb Mayers at first with 1 out in the top of the second. No score. Jake 0 for 3 last night with a walk and a steal of second in the second inning. There's strike 2 called on the inside corner. The Colonels rank second in the league in hitting with a .268 batting average. We're tied for second in the Midwest League. We've slugged 24 home runs in 39 games. But remember, David Gates, who has 5 of those, has been promoted. Swing and a miss by Jake. A fastball in on his hands and a 3-pitch strikeout for Josh Thigpen, his 3rd strikeout of the early going. The league is hitting .264 against Thigpen. 2 out, runner at first for Matt Brown. Matt drew 2 key walks last night. He drew a leadoff walk in the 5th inning and scored to make it 3-0 Colonels. And then he started the ninth inning with a walk and scored to make it 4-1 Kernels. 0 for 5 in the series. Ball one outside, a slider from the Dayton right-hander. 381 to the left center field power alley. 371 to the right center field alley. A grass slope seating berm above the right field wall, and it's jam-packed again tonight. Caleb at first, not running, and ball two is up and in to Matt Brown. Boy, what would it be like to be a Class A ball player in this league? And you know that every game you play here at Fifth Third Field, there'll be over 8,000 people at the ballpark. That's truly remarkable. The 2-0. Ball three outside. Matt Brown having a good at-bat here in the second inning. Brownie, a .209 hitter with 3 homers, 8 RBIs, right-handed hitter, uses a black lacquer bat, and on this 63-degree evening, playing bare arm. Thigpen needs to throw a strike. He threw a high ball, and Brownie went around. Matt Brown was given the green light on 3-0, and he took a half swing and missed it, strike one. Junior Ruiz shading Matt Brown to hit into right center. A throw to first, and Caleb back standing up. Again, the Dragons have promoted Justin Davis, who was a regular last year and had played in all 6 games between these two clubs in the last 2 weeks. Brown swings and misses at a high fastball, 91 miles an hour, and it's a full count now to the Colonel third baseman. Josh Thigpen is blowing some smoke from out there on the hill, really bringing it. He's already struck out 3. He was behind Matt Brown 3-0, and now the count's full. With 2 out, Caleb Mayer will be running. There he goes. And a pop foul right into the booth. Right into the booth here, and we'll take it home for a disadvantaged youngster. We have a charity that we give those baseballs to, and we'll make sure that charity is honored with a foul ball here from Fifth Third Field. Matt Brown and I can joke about that after the game, as that one whistled right into our porthole here of the broadcast booth. Another payoff pitch to Brownie. There goes the runner. Ball 4. Matt Brown walks, and the Kernels have 2 on with 2 out here in the top of the second inning. Rancel Melgarejo played an instrumental role in last night's Colonel win. Made 2 spectacular catches in left center. Was 1 for 3. A sacrifice bunt in the 5th inning helped the Kernels add to their 2-0 lead. And then Rancel's hit-and-run single with Matt Brown running from first in the 9th inning. Key to Colonel 2-run at frame. Melgarejo hitting 194, a homer, 10 RBIs. He could put the Kernels ahead. Strike one call, the fastball at the knees. You're listening to Colonel Baseball on the Zone. ESPN Radio 1600, KCRG, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. A curve, and it dips low, and it's 1-1 to Rancel. Mayer at second, Matt Brown at first. And a swing and a foul ripped into the screen for strike 2. We'll conclude this series tomorrow night, 5:40 dugout interview time. 6 o'clock start Eastern Iowa time, 7 o'clock here in Ohio. Thigpen checks Mayer at second. A ground ball to second. Kevin Howard will go to the shortstop at second to force Matt Brown. Rancel wrapped it hard on the ground, but forces Matt Brown 4-6. And that ends the Colonel's second inning. In the second inning for the Kernels, no runs. 1 hit, an infield single by Caleb Mayer. There were no Dayton errors, and the Kernels leave a pair and have now stranded 3 men in the first 2 innings. And after an inning and a half in Dayton, the Kernels nothing, the Dragons nothing.
You save big money when you Shop Menards.
Spruce up your lawn and garden with dazzling deals at Menards. Green up your lawn and kill dandelions with Forever Green Weed and Feed. On sale for just $5.92 a bag. Save big on landscaping blocks, starting at just 33 cents. Spruce up around plants and shrubs with huge savings on landscape stone and bark at Menards. Choose from landscape stone, nuggets, or red lava pebbles. Only $1.98 a bag. Plus, Menards has a great selection and savings on decorative ponds, bird baths, and lawn ornaments. Concrete bird baths are on sale for just $19.98. 20-gallon pond kits are only $39. Plus, enter to win a Coleman camper or Chevy SSR Indy Pace car. See store for details. For a beautiful lawn and garden, shop Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We're not sure if Allison, our in-studio engineer, was trying to reach us between innings, so we'll move forward and assume that everything's fine back at 2nd Avenue and 5th Street as the Kernels Here we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. No score. The numbers 6, 7, and 8 men to face Kernel's 6-foot 5-inch lefty, Micah Posey, making his Kernel debut here tonight. Brad Carell takes down and in for a ball. And we're underway in the bottom of the 2nd. Each club had good chances to break out on top in the 1st inning. A leadoff double by B.J. Weed. Dominic Lewis walked and stole 2nd as the leadoff batter for the Dragons. Now Brad Carell bashes one into left field as Micah left one up out over the plate. And Brad Carell has the first Dayton hit of the night, a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Carell last night was 1 for 4. He doubled and scored Dayton's only run of the game in the 7th inning. So Brad Carell is hit safely in each of the first 3 games of this series. Junior Ruiz, a left-handed batter, 0 for 4 last night. Junior hitting .288, a homer, 10 RBIs. He played 23 games for the Dragons last year and 56 in Billings, Montana, where he hit .304. Left-handed hitter takes a curve outside, ball 1 from the Kernel lefty. Yeah, a foul ball whistled into our window here. Hit off the bat of Matt Brown in the top of the 2nd inning, and we were able to throw it to a deserving fan in front of us. Swing and a miss, a snap throw to first, and Carell just got back. Brad Carell had to scramble back head first after Ruiz swung and missed at a Micah Posey slider. To even the count at 1-1, Jared Abruzzo whipped the throw down to first and almost had Carell. A train moving along the tracks, a good half-mile beyond the center field wall. Baseball is some phenomenon here in Dayton. And when you go without professional baseball, like 50 years, like Dayton has, you would expect a great response. What we have to credit the Dragons with is this hasn't become old hat. It's the 4th year of Fifth Third Field, and they still sell out all 70 home games, over 8,000. Imagine if we didn't have baseball in Cedar Rapids for 50 years. Imagine how hungry you Kernel fans would be. Well, essentially, it's a generation without professional baseball. A curve, a beauty from Posey. Ruiz took it at the letters, and Junior's in the hole 1 and 2. He stepped out. Ruiz wears his black stirrups up high. Dayton in white home uniforms with black socks, black sleeves, and green numbers. A chopper foul past first base, pulled by the left-handed hitter. And Dayton's one of 3 clubs in the league that I know of that has the names on the back of their home jerseys. The Wisconsin Timber Rattlers do that. So do the West Michigan Whitecaps and the Dayton Dragons. So these Cincinnati Red farmhands feel like big leaguers with the names on the back of their jerseys. There's a high fly ball into deep center. Way back, Melgarejo, and he has it. All the way to second was Brad Carell. Now he returns to first. Boy, that's fun watching Ransell track him down in center field. Junior Ruiz gave it a ride, hit it about 385 feet to straightaway center. Mel Guerrejo loves going after it, whether it be over his head like he did that time, or to his left or right, or having to dash in and make diving catches. Mel Guerrejo is a joy to watch play center field. 1 on, 1 out for left-handed hitter Joey Votto, V-O-T-T-O. The runner goes, and a pitch swatted foul over the sweet level, third base side. There is no grandstand roof here at Fifth Third Field. The only roof is the one that protects the balcony seating of the Diamond Suites. We're on the Diamond Suite level. Down below us are 7 rows of maroon seats that are what I would term terrace or loge seats. Votto swats one hard into the stands beyond third base, and Joey's in the hole 0-2. Dayton has hit 15 home runs in 40 games. They're tied for 10th in the Midwest League in home runs. That train we described moments ago is just now disappearing from behind the center field wall. This is a beautiful stadium. Boy, you take a look at our ballpark, which I know I'm a little biased, but it's my favorite, because of how intimate and close you still are to the action, yet how comfortable it is. Votto looks at strike, 3 called. Third strikeout for Micah Posey. The Colonel lefties look sharp here after giving up a leadoff single. He got Ruiz to fly to center and struck out Joey Votto looking. 2 out, and the batter Hector Mateo. Hector playing for the first time since he suffered a mild concussion colliding with B.J. Weed back in our ballpark Monday, May 5th. Mateo, a switch hitter, takes outside, ball 1. Hector's 21 years old, hitting .211 in 18 games, no homers, 1 RBI. For Hector Mateo, a switch hitting shortstop, batting right. Big lead by Carell. Brad's 4 for 5 in stolen base attempts and a throw to first by Micah Posey, back safely as Carell. Yeah, you take a look at our ballpark and it's just wondrous. You come into it and your mouth drops open and you say, wow. Here's a foul straight back here into the screen, and it's 1-1 to the switch hitter Mateo. And then this ballpark in Dayton most closely resembles the ballpark built in the state capital of Michigan that the Lugnuts play in, the Lansing Oldsmobile Park. Both of them have lawn seating over the outfield fences. The runner goes. A pitch drilled into deep right. B.J. Weed's under it. B.J. in front of the track makes the catch to end the Dayton second inning. Hector Mateo flies to deep right. 2 scoreless innings in his professional debut for lefty Micah Posey. No runs for Dayton in the second inning. The Dragons had 1 hit. There were no Colonel errors, and 1 left by Dayton. They've left 3 men, as have the Colonels, in 2 at-bats. We head to the third from Fifth Third Field. The Dragons and Colonels, no score.
If you don't stop by one of Jungi's 4 great locations, how will you know you got the very best deal? Stop in today at Jungi Lincoln Mercury Isuzu in Cedar Rapids, Jungi Ford and Jungi Chrysler Jeep Dodge in Center Point, and the new Jungi Chevrolet Pontiac in Anamosa. Now, 4 great locations, still 1 great name, Jungi.
An amazing call and an amazing play. The guy who started with the ball ultimately wound up with the ball. We'll welcome in the guy who scored the touchdown, the knocker, I guess, of the collision in the end zone, Kevin Moan. And as I said, if you were the knocker, the knockee, the guy who was on the other end of the collision, the trombone player for Stanford, Gary Terrell. Let me ask you this. It would be obvious from a play like that you guys must have had some opportunities to exploit it. Were you ever tempted to try and cash in on this thing?
Any
think sort of related to commercializing an aspect of the great Stanford Cal tradition and the big game history, I think really would, cheapen, the great tradition.
Swing now, baby, come on. Game Night presents Bob Valvano Weekdays.
ESPN Radio!
Well, it's fun to try new ideas at the ballpark, and the Dragons tried one here tonight. Very cute. They had 3 toddlers. Oh, they looked to be about a year old, and they all had white helmets on, and they put 3 lanes down of rope for the toddlers to walk up, and they were going to have a toddler race, but all 3 toddlers were spellbound, and even though their parents were urging them to walk the 20 feet between the ropes that define the lanes, all 3 little cuties just stood, one for plop down on her rear end, and the crowd got a big kick out of that. B.J. Weed looped a double over the third baseman's head into left in the first. He spins out of the way of a big looping curveball from Josh Thigpen, ball 1. No score, top of the third inning. The game, 33 minutes late in starting due to an early evening shower. B.J. cracks one on the ground to the shortstop. Hector Mateo throws out the Colonel leadoff batter. Boy, B.J. hit that one hard. Mateo had him played perfectly up the middle near the bag. And B.J. Weed, who has 48 hits on the year, tied for 5th in the league, has wrapped out to shortstop for the first out of the Colonel third inning. Alberto Callaspo, our dugout interview guest, 4 for 5 last night. Tried to bunt his way on in the first inning, and his bunt was caught by the pitcher, Thigpen. Alberto takes a strike at the knees. Callaspo batting left-handed. His 30 runs scored tie him for first in the league in that underrated department of runs scored. A change up in the dirt, ball 1 to Alberto. Kernels nothing, Dayton nothing, top of the third inning. So we're done with the Dragons for the year, the regular season, after tomorrow night. Alberto loops one down the line and left. Brad Correll near the line makes the catch. It's a fair ball, and he caught it, then rammed into the padded wall. And out number 2 is a good catch and left by Brad Correll as Alberto Callaspo looped one down the line and left. Correll disappeared in the corner, but we saw him reach up and knew that he had it. And that's exactly what Chris Thomas, the plate umpire, concurred. It was a fair ball. Quickly 2 out in the Colonel third as Josh Thigpen tries to retire the Kernels in order. A 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock roundhouse curve is outside and high to Erick Aybar. Erick struck out on a curveball in the first inning. Thigpen working quickly. Josh's curve drops in for a strike. Josh was a loser in his last start in Clinton Saturday. 4 1/3 innings pitched. Here's a pitch, loop foul off to the left. Thigpen pitched 4 1/3 at Alliant Energy Field Saturday in Clinton, and in 4 1/3 he gave up 3 runs, only 1 earned on 3 hits. The 1-2 to Erick. Swing and a miss, strike 3, a fastball. No doubt about it, Josh Thigpen has good stuff here tonight. He is now fanned 4 Kernels, and he retires the top 3 in the Kernel order in the top of the third inning. Thigpen does not look like a pitcher with an 0-3 record. After 2.5 at Fifth Third Field, it's still the Kernels and Dragons scoreless.
This is the time of year for all sorts of special occasions. Graduations, weddings, plus the usual birthdays and anniversaries. Your friends at Solid Waste and Recycling remind you, wrapping paper cannot be recycled. Once the presents are opened and the party's over, your options are put the gift wrap in the trash, or better yet, reuse the wrapping paper instead of throwing it away. Remember, don't put gift wrap in your blue recycling box. Either reuse the paper or discard it with the rest of your trash.
Toyota takes another leap forward in material handling efficiency. Hub Toyota Lift would like to introduce you to the new Toyota AC electric forklift. AC technology provides unprecedented acceleration, dramatically increasing operator cycle times, thus increasing production. And because DC components are no longer needed, you will significantly lower your maintenance costs. A clean running, dependable unit is the result. Coupled with today's attractive interest rates, there's never been a better time to join Toyota's AC revolution. Contact Hub Toyota Lift in Cedar Rapids, Peoria, Des Moines, and Davenport. Whether you're a serious athlete or a weekend warrior, injuries can take you out of your game. Smart athletes know that Physiotherapy Associates in Cedar Rapids are the experts in the treatment and prevention of sport-related injuries. Our expert staff serves the metro and surrounding area high school athletes. Physiotherapy Associates of Cedar Rapids, the smart choice in sports medicine. Call us at 398-1569. That's 398-1569. We'll get you back in your game today.
Top of the order for Dayton in the bottom of the third inning, no score. Kernel Baseball brought to you all season long in the new Veterans Memorial Stadium and here on the Zone by Greg's Lawn Service. Greg's Lawn Service, they are the proud keeper of the ground surrounding the new Veterans Memorial Stadium. Let Greg's Lawn Service handle your lawn and landscaping needs, just like they do on the ground surrounding the new Veterans Memorial Stadium. Greg's Lawn Service, a cut above the rest since 1983. Dominic Lewis walked and stole second in the first inning, but he was left stranded. Dominic hits one to deep left, way back, and it's going to be caught on the run in left by Caleb Mayer. Dominic Lewis stepped into the first pitch from the 6'5" lefty, and he really hit it hard, a sizzling line drive that hung up just enough for Caleb Mayer to move quickly to his right and make the grab. Dominic Lewis lines out to left, one away on one pitch in the Dragon third inning, and the batter's Kevin Howard. Kevin struck out his first time up. Ooh, a slider just missed outside, ball one to the left-handed batter, Howard. So far, Micah Posey has been very, very impressive. Howard tried to bunt. Did he pull the bat back in time? Apparently he did, according to the plate umpire. I thought he offered it the pitch, but they say ball two. There's one where we wish we had an instant replay. I thought the batter tried to bunt the pitch. Now ball three is ruled low, so Micah Posey has fallen behind Kevin Howard 3-0. No score, bottom of the third inning. The 3-0 delivery. A strike on the inside corner. Caleb Mayer playing very deep in left, as is B.J. Weed in right for the Kernels. Ooh, ball four outside apparently. And the third walk of the game by Micah Posey. Boy, that 3-1 pitch looked awfully good. I don't know how the batter took it. I don't know how the plate umpire called it ball four. But I don't know a lot of things. So I have to remember that the plate umpire and batter have a far better look at it down at field level in the box than I do up here. A fastball is upstairs to Ryan Hannigan, a right-handed batter. Hannigan tapped back to the mound in the first inning. Kevin Howard is 2 for 2 in stolen base attempts. As a team, Dayton tied for 10th in the league, 10 of 14 teams, with 15 stolen bases. Ball two, a slider outside. After Lewis lined out to left, Kevin Howard walked on a 3-1 pitch, and Ryan Hannigan's ahead, 2-0. A let-up, a line shot into right will send Kevin Howard to third. B.J. Weed's throw will be on target but late, and first and third with one out. Ryan Hannigan smashed one into right. Kevin Howard drew a throw at third. It was a very strong throw by B.J. It skipped by Matt Brown, but there was Micah Posey doing his job, backing up third, and Hannigan, who singled to right, held it first and third. Travis Wong at the plate. And out to the mound, Eric Bennett, the Kernel pitching coach. As Eric visits the hill, let's remind you about our first of 4 fireworks nights this season, Friday, May 23rd. You can start your Memorial Day weekend with a true bang and a big, big thrill thanks to Commercial Federal Bank. Friday, May 23rd, a 6:30 start at home against Clinton, is Commercial Federal Bank fireworks night. To make sure you're part of the fun, give us a call at 896-7560. That's the Kernel box office number, 896-7560 for Kernel tickets. Commercial Federal Bank Fireworks Night, Friday, May 23rd. Well, let's see if Micah Posey can get out of a jam that has Dayton threatening to take the lead here in the third inning. It's 1st and 3rd Dragons. And Travis Wong stands in, the cleanup batter, 6 feet 6 inches tall, 240 pounds, makes the bat look like a toothpick in his hands. The double play is in order if we can get him to hit it on the ground. A slider, a beauty, a strike called, and Wong doesn't like the call of the plate umpire, Chris Thomas. Micah Posey, a 20-year-old lefty, 6 feet 5 inches tall, from Tallahassee Community College, making his professional debut here tonight in Dayton. The 0-1. Inside, almost hit the batter, a fastball. Kevin Howard drew a one-out walk. Ryan Hannigan followed with a hard base hit into right field. Now Wong on a 1-1 pitch, tips one foul at his feet, strike 2. Travis Wong is one of those guys you look at and say, boy, he could murder the ball. He could just crush it. He's so big. We compared him to Frank Howard during our recent clashes at home with these Dragons. But Posey's ahead of him, 1-2. There's a tap to the left side. Brown to second, out. Throw to first. Save! Ooh, they called him safe, and Dayton takes the lead, 1-0. Matt Brown almost started an inning double play, but a walk results in a run for Dayton here in the third inning. Matt Brown had to go to his left. The ball was hit very softly, a 2-hop tapper, and Matt Brown winged his throw to Callaspo for the force of Hannigan 5-4. I thought we had the double play, but the base umpire, Chris Bakke, flashed safe as big Travis Wong drives in a run and reaches on a fielder's choice. So you knew the walks would catch up to the Colonel Southpaw sooner or later, and his third walk of the night does cost him a run here in the third inning. And he misses low, ball 1 to Mark Schrammick, the number 5 hitter. Dayton leads it 1-0. A walk, a single, and a tap to the left side that the Colonels just missed turning into an inning-ending twin killing. I mean, we just missed it. A curve, and it's up and in to Schrammick, ball 2. Great to see Micah Posey throwing with such poise and confidence here in his first professional start. 1-0 Dragons. The 2-0 is outside, and it's 3-0, and now Jared Abruzzo out to the hill to talk it over with his lefty. Another great promotion just around the corner is Sunday the 25th. Anyone coming to the baseball game will enjoy the game at 2 o'clock on Sunday the 25th. Half-price hot dogs, and everybody will receive a coupon from our Cedar Rapids and Marion Hy-Vees for a free slice of apple pie at the Hy-Vees as the 3-0 pitch is popped in the air, foul back of the plate. It's 3-1 to Mark Schrammick. And everyone coming to the game on Sunday the 25th will have a chance to drive away in a 2002 Chevy Cavalier from Pat McGrath Chevyland. Another foul hit high in the air down the left side, and it's a full count now to Schrammick. That's right, a 2002 Chevy Cavalier will be given away to one lucky Colonel fan on Pat McGrath Chevyland Day, Sunday the 25th. You must be 18 years or older with a valid driver's license and proof of insurance, and you don't even have to be at the game to be drawn as the winner. That's because you can register now at Pat McGrath Chevyland for that 2002 Chevy Cavalier, or during our upcoming homestand, you can register at the stadium. The winner will be drawn during the game on Sunday the 25th, Pat McGrath Chevyland, baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet Day. A 3-2 pitch is fouled in the air again, off to the left. Now a swing and a miss. Mark Schrammick chased a changeup down and in, and that for Micah Posey is his 4th strikeout of the game. But Dayton takes the lead in the third inning with 1 run. On 1 hit, a walk. There were no Colonel errors, and the Dragons leave a man aboard. We played 3 innings from Ohio, where the Dragons lead the Colonels 1-0.
The new Veterans Memorial Stadium is among the most awe-inspiring attractions in our great community. The most common remark made by first-time visitors to our new ballpark is simply, wow. The dazzling giant scoreboard, the roomy seats, the spacious concourse, and yes, the numerous women's restrooms all evoke that wow reaction. The most alluring element of all, though, is that perfectly nurtured, lush, green field that composes the diamond. Thanks to Peck's Flower Garden and Landscaping, the aura and magic of the field of green in the new stadium can be replicated in your very own yard. That's right. The experts at Peck's are teaming up with the renowned Kernel Grounds crew to award one of you with a Field of Green lawn makeover this spring. Just stop into the Garden Center at Peck's to enter. The Peck's Field of Green dream could be yours. Register this spring in the Garden Center at Peck's, corner of Blair's Ferry and Edgewood Roads Northeast.
When we met at Spaghetti, we would never forget Zio Giano's. Now it's where mi amore and I dine in. We carry out the lunch and the dinner all the time for lasagna, ravioli, mandacati, cannelloni, tortellini. Or try their delicious salads and sub sandwiches too. Zio Giano's is the hometown taste of Italy. For your next meal with friends and a family, remember Zio Giano's with 5 convenient locations for the pasta that makes you sing.
Fast-moving game, less than an hour in length, and we go to the top of the fourth. The Kernels trail the Dragons 1-0. Jared Abruzzo struck out to end the Kernel first inning. Jared will face Josh Thigpen, who's been very, very good. He's working quickly, and you can tell he's throwing with a lot of confidence. The right-hander's first pitch to Abruzzo, a curve just inside, ball 1. Abruzzo, the cleanup batter, to be followed by Dvorsky and Caleb Mayer. 2 hits apiece for each club, and a 1-0 Dayton lead. Ball 2 is low to Jared. Jared Abruzzo, 22 years old, and he was an everyday player for the Kernels back in the year 2001. He hit .241 with 10 homers, 53 RBIs. Last year with Rancho Cucamonga, Jared belted 16 home runs, drove in 53 in 101 games, and batted .244. A high pop foul behind the plate. Let's see if there's a play for Ryan Hannigan. There is not. It's just over the screen. Strike 1 to Jared. Hannigan came the 60 feet back from home plate, and that ball just did skim the backside of the net to keep Jared ahead in the count, 2-1. Outfield plays Jared straight away, slightly to pull. Ball 3 in the dirt, and Josh Thigpen has fallen behind the Kernel cleanup man to start the fourth inning, 3-1. There are seats in the short porch area in left field here at Fifth Third Field, the section known as the Dragon's Lair. There's a deep drive to right by Abruzzo, and it's going to tie the game at 1. It's his 5th of the year. A 3-1 pitch, and Thigpen grooved it. Then Jared Abruzzo has tied the game with his 5th home run of the year. A line drive, prodigious clout onto the lawn seating berm in right field, just to the right of the 371 mark. Well, we just reviewed Jared's home run numbers. Last year in Rancho Cucamonga, 16. He belted 10 as a Kernel in 2001. And he took a 3-1 pitch and turned on it and parked it onto the lawn seats in right to tie the game here in the fourth inning. Jared's 5th of the year. Boy, it's great to see Jared hit a long ball, his 5th home run of the year, and now Thigpen delivers a strike on the inside corner to Alex Dvorsky. We're tied at 1 here in the fourth. Strike 2, a curve to Alex. Alex lined out to center his first time up. 1-1 the score thanks to the Abruzzo leadoff homer here in the fourth. Now a swing and a foul on a hanging breaking pitch by Alex. Abruzzo with his 5th of the year and the Kernel 25th home run in this our 40th game of the season. Let's see if Alex can reach on an 0-2 count. A ground ball up the middle. The shortstop has it near the bag, and from behind second, Alex is thrown out. Alex Dvorsky on an 0-2 pitch grounded it past the mound, but Hector Mateo ranged to his left and got to it in good shape and threw out Alex for the first out of the Kernel fourth inning. Base is empty for Caleb Mayer. He reached on an infield single with one out in the second inning. Thigpen wanted a new ball. He has it. Josh is a 6'4" right-hander, and Caleb swings and misses at a curveball. Mike Kuhlbeck, our Director of Public Relations and Marketing, has provided us with Halo Happenings here in Dayton. Another Uncle Charlie, and it missed low and away. 1-1 to Caleb. Halo Happenings, results from around the Anaheim Angel organization. And they highlight former Kernels. Here's a curveball and a high, lazy fly ball into center. An easy play for Junior Ruiz. He one-hands it in right center. Two gone in the Kernel fourth inning following a home run by Abruzzo. Our parent club, the Anaheim Angels, rolled to a 5-3 victory over the Yankees in the Bronx last night. Former Kernel Sean Wooten was 1 for 4 in the Angel victory. Arkansas lost to Frisco 5-1. Tyrone Boykin's team now with a record of 21-18. Here's a chopper to the right side. Easy play for Howard. He boots it, underhands to first, not in time. Jake Mathis hustling down that first base line, and he beat out the play after Kevin Howard had the ball rim out of his mitt, lay at his feet. He then underhanded it to the first baseman. It was a bang-bang play, and Mathis reaches on an error by the second baseman, Kevin Howard. It's Kevin's 8th error of the year. Jake Mathis topped one, and Howard had to charge it. As Kevin reached down, the ball flicked out of the glove and lay at his feet. He barehanded it and then underhanded to first, not in time to get Jake Mathis. Here's a high pop foul over the backstop. Strike one to Matt Brown. Arkansas lost its 5th in a row. The AA Travelers 21-18 now. Rancho Cucamonga lost 6-5 in the California League. Jake Woods dropped to 2-3. Jake gave up 6 hits and 6 runs in 4 2/3 as Brown takes low. Tommy Murphy and Nick Gourneau each had 3 hits in a losing cause for Rancho Cucamonga. Nick Gourneau's 2 hits included his 4th home run of the year. He also had 2 RBIs. Justin Turner also hit his first homer of the year. Justin belted, I believe, 12 home runs for the Kernels last year. The 1-1 to Matt Brown with Mathis at first. A pitch in the dirt, and Jake goes to second, and he holds on there. He takes a big turn. It's a wild pitch, the 3rd of the year, the 1st of the night, by Josh Thigpen. And now a base hit by Matt Brown would likely give the Kernels the lead here in the 4th inning. 1-1 our score. The wild pitch, the 3rd of the season, and 8 starts by Josh Thigpen. Rancho Cucamonga is 18-20. AAA Salt Lake did not play last night. Brown takes a blistering fastball, 89 miles an hour, according to the speed pitch indicator in left field below the big scoreboard. And it's 2-2 to Matt. Matt walked in the second inning with 2 out. He's trying to drive home his 9th run of the year and give the Kernels the lead here in the top of the 4th inning. 1-1 our score. The Dayton right-hander checks Jake Mathis, comes set, and brings it home. A curve, and it's bounced to the shortstop. Big room service hop. Mateo unloads to get Matt Brown. So the 2-out error by the Dayton second baseman does not haunt the Dragons. Neither does the wild pitch. 1 run on the leadoff homer by Abruzzo in the top of the 4th. There was 1 hit, 1 Dayton error. The Kernels leave a runner and have stranded 4. And after 3.5 in downtown Dayton, the Kernels and Dragons are tied 1-1.
ESPN is your nightly home for everything baseball with Baseball Tonight.
Celtic, exit, stage right.
Featuring the day's webcam highlights and monster shot roundup.
Matsui unloaded.
Check out who's hot and who's not as we take you around the league and touch them all. With unparalleled coverage by Peter Gammons and Carl Rabbit.
And double play, third.
An analysis from 3-time Gold Glover Harold Reynolds and former manager Bobby Valentine.
I like what I see.
Play catch-up ball every night with Baseball Tonight. All season long on ESPN and ESPN2.
It's an information jungle out there. Predators are after your money, looking for that credit card receipt left behind, that blank check you lost. Any information to help them claim another victim of America's growing crime, identity theft. Don't give information to people you don't know, and report suspected fraud to your bank. Learn more at www.aba.com. And stay out of the jungle. This safety message is brought to you by Bank Iowa, Iowa's hometown bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing.
It's a fast-paced world. Things change at the speed of sound, yet some things never change, like your desire to deal with a solid, dependable car dealer. Zimmerman Ford has been around for 31 years. They still deal with a handshake and a promise to be there after the sale with quality service. Zimmerman Ford Town is Eastern Iowa's largest volume Ford dealer, and you don't get that way without being rock solid. Check them out on the web at FordTownUSA.com or in person on First Avenue in Cedar Rapids. Ford, BMW, Hyundai, and Mitsubishi at Zimmerman Ford Town.
We're tied at 1 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Brad Carell will lead it off for the Dragons. Brad ripped a leadoff single into left. His first time up, leading off the second inning. Here he is leading off the fourth inning in a 1-1 game. The Colonel lefty fires high, ball 1. No action yet in the Colonel bullpen, but I'm sure Micah Posey in his Colonel debut and his pro debut is on a rather strict pitch count. Carell drives one into right center. Who wants it, B.J. Weed or Melgarejo? Ransell tracks it down in right center, and there's one away in the Dayton fourth inning. Brad Carell flies to right for the first out of the Dayton fourth inning. We get quite a few calls regarding how you as Colonel fans can treat 19 of your friends, a total of 20 seats, in one of our beautiful diamond suites. And it's a great way to entertain or impress folks or just have a night out. Call Dana St. Germain, our director of entertainment. Ball 2 is low to left-handed batting Junior Ruiz. You can reach Dana at 896-7608, 896-7608 to reserve a diamond suite for an upcoming Colonel game. They're beautiful. A 2-0 pitch is grounded foul past first. Strike 1 to Junior. Junior Ruiz flew out to center in the second inning. He's a .288 hitter, a left-handed batter with a homer and 10 RBIs. And he is up there with 1 out, nobody on in the fourth inning. The 2-1 is a curve, a beauty from Micah. Strike 2. Again, that number to reserve a Colonel Diamond suite. And I mean, your guests will be highly impressed. They'll have a memorable, fun time. A 2-2 pitch is chewed foul off the end of the bat to the Dayton manager, Donnie Scott, coaching at third. Dana St. Germain can be reached at 896-7608. Another 2-2 to Junior. High, ball 3. 8,653 here tonight. 8,653 at Fifth Third Field. Micah Posey takes his time. Ruiz waits. Now the payoff pitch. Ball 4, low and outside. That's the fourth walk issued by the Colonel lefty. And a walk cost him a run. A 1-out walk led to a Dayton run in the third inning. We're tied at 1. Posey has walked 4, struck out 4. Those diamond suites include 4 beautiful living room seats, 4 tall stools with backs, and then 12 balcony seats that hang out right from your suite. Closed circuit television, waiter and waitress service. Just beautiful surroundings at one of our diamond suites. And it's just $25 per person. That's not bad when you think about, well, it's really a real bargain when you think about how nice your surroundings are. I got to go to Safeco Field this past fall on a tour with my sister in Seattle. Safeco Field is the most expensive ballpark ever built. Over $500 million with that retractable roof. The first pitch to Joey Votto. Strike called, a belt-high fastball. And the suites in Safeco Field are certainly beautiful. They should be for over $500 million. But our $16 million stadium in the City of Five Seasons, the new Veterans Memorial Stadium, our suites are bigger and nicer than the ones at Safeco Field. A breaking pitch stays high and in to Joey Votto. It evens the count 1-1 to the Dayton number 8 hitter. Bottom of the fourth, 1-1 the score. Kernel outfield plays Votto slightly to hit the other way. Joey, a .215 batter with a homer and 12 RBIs, looks at a curve outside, ball 2. Votto struck out looking in the second inning. Micah Posey making his Kernel debut. The Kernels will come back with 18-year-old right-hander Kevin Jepson tomorrow night. Kevin was roughed up in the opening game of this series. Dayton jumped on him for 5 runs on 5 hits Tuesday night. And I think Jepson made about 32 to 34 pitches. So he'll come back and start tomorrow night. The 2-1. Low, the runner goes to throw to second. Runner out at second base. Jared Abruzzo's peg down to the shortstop, Erick Aybar, was in time. The play went 2-6. Joey Votto on a delayed call from the umpire took strike 2. Jared Abruzzo with a perfect throw down to Erick Aybar. Then they nailed Junior Ruiz. Ruiz is caught stealing for the second out of the Dragons' 4th inning. Boy, I'll tell you, Jared Abruzzo has worked very, very hard to make himself a better catcher at age 22. He has worked tirelessly on his release, his footwork, and his accuracy. The 2-2 to Votto is fouled in the air over the third base sweep. The count remains 2-2 to Joey. Joey Votto at the plate for the Dragons here in the bottom of the fourth with the bases empty and 2 away. He just stayed alive by tipping one foul at his feet. We're ready for fun as we open an 8-game homestand starting Saturday at 5 o'clock. The gates open at 4. A curve, and Votto dribbled that one foul to the Kernel first base dugout. So Joey's proving to be a tough out here in the bottom of the fourth with the game tied at 1. Another 2-2. Swing and a miss. A changeup in the dirt. It's the 5th strikeout for Micah Posey. Micah walked a man with 1 out, but that man, Ruiz, was gunned out trying to steal second. And then with a long battle against the lefty Votto, Micah Posey got him swinging for his 5th strikeout. No runs for the Dragons in their 4th inning. No hits, a walk, a man caught trying to steal second. No Kernel errors. The Dragons leave the bases empty. We've played 4 innings at Fifth Third Field, and it's the Kernels 1, Dayton 1.
Looking for a sure way to bring your daughter or son the thrill of a lifetime? Then visit Taco Bell and register them for a chance to be drawn as a Taco Bell Baseball Buddy. As a Taco Bell Baseball Buddy, your child will receive a Taco Bell Baseball Buddy t-shirt. Collect autographs from the Kernels and take the field with the Kernel player for the national anthem. Being a Taco Bell Baseball Buddy will provide your kid with an unforgettable feeling of excitement. All it takes is a visit to Taco Bell.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin. You know, Hometown Restyling has served Eastern Iowans since 1986, providing the very finest in windows, siding, and sunrooms. Their experienced staff can handle the job from start to finish, including plans, permits, and inspections. Plus, Hometown Restyling is nationally recognized by Professional Remodeler, Qualified Remodeler, and Remodeling magazines. Call Hometown Restyling for your next remodeling project, or better yet, visit one of our beautiful showrooms in Hiawatha or Coralville. Hometown Restyling, because there's no place like home.
Miller Lite, Miller Time, track 4.
Like a friend that's always been down the road and back again. Without a thought, without a doubt, the best of times in Miller Lite. Like a friend that's always been down the road and back again. Just because that's how it is, the best of times in Miller Lite. It's a taste, it's a smile.
Miller Lite, Miller Brewing Company, Fort Worth, Texas.
Texas. Live responsibly.
The number 9 hitter in the Kernel order will lead off in the top of the 5th. Let's see if Rancel Melgarejo tries to bunt his way on in this 1-1 contest. Josh Thigpen pitched 5 innings Monday the 5th in our home park, the new Veterans Memorial Stadium, and there's a line drive over the second baseman's head. It falls for a leadoff single. Rancel was not bunting to start the 5th. He went the other way and hit one off the end of the bat and is aboard with a single to right. That is the 4th hit of the game for the Kernels. Now B.J. Weed, who doubled the lead off tonight, but was stranded, then grounded out sharply to short in the 3rd, leading off, is at the plate for the 3rd time tonight. Micah Posey in his first Kernel start, his first professional start, has pitched well in 4 innings. He's fanned 5 Dragons, walked 4, and this game is even at 1 apiece. B.J. Weed began last night as the league's leading hitter, was 0 for 5, but he's still sixth in the league in hitting, batting .338. A curveball is low and inside from Josh Thigpen, ball 1. B.J. checking his manager, 2002 Skipper of the Year in the Midwest League, Todd Klaus, as Todd flashes signs between the third base coaching box and the line. A throw to first in the dirt, and Rancel dove back safely. Rancel on the year, 1 for 2 in stolen base attempts. Melgarejo stole 19 bases in 31 tries a year ago as a Kernel. He has a short lead being held by Joey Votto. The 1-0 to B.J. A chopper to the right side. What a play by Howard. Spins and throws out Weed from shallow right. On to second goes the go-ahead run. Kevin Howard wowed the Kernels and the crowd. He went a long way to his left and then reached out on a second hop. Spun and from shallow right field threw B.J. out, but B.J. did his job. He hit the ball to the right side, and he got Melgarejo into scoring position for Alberto Callaspo. Howard used his 6'4" frame and lunged far to his left to take a hit away from B.J. Wound up spinning and to a complete 360, circled, and then let it fly from shallow right to get Weed. A big Uncle Charlie is inside, ball 1 to Alberto Callaspo. Callaspo 0 for 2 tonight, was 4 for 5 last night. Alberto stands with his feet close together. The switch hitter uses a black lacquer bat. Dancing off second is Melgarejo trying to unnerve Thigpen. There's a looper down the left field line. If it falls fair, it's trouble, and it falls. Foul! Foul by inches. Todd Klaus looking at the plate umpire, but not arguing. Boy, I don't know how that ball could have fallen foul. There's no room for it to fall foul down there. But it was foul by inches. It would have given the Kernels the lead. Instead, it's 1-1 to Alberto. Callaspo drove one in the air that was slicing away from Brad Correll, and it landed foul into the left field corner. No argument from Todd. And it's 1-1 to Callaspo, who stands deep in the box from the left side. The switch hitter waits for the 1-1, and here it is. Up and away, a fastball, 91 miles an hour. Melgarejo is trying to rattle the pitcher by bluffing breaks from second, as though he's going to break for third. The shortstop, Hector Mateo, playing in behind Rancel and wrapping one foul over the Dayton third base dugout for strike 2 is Callaspo. Go ahead and run at second for the Kernels here in the top of the 5th inning. The score tied at 1. This is the 7th meeting between the Dragons and Kernels. We've split the first 3, or we've split the first 6, each club winning 3. The 2-2 from Josh. Just missed high, a fastball, and it's a full count now to Callaspo. Rancel led off this 5th inning. First pitch swinging, singling to right. He advanced to second on a bouncer to the right side and out off the bat of Weed. Alberto on a 3-2 pitch. Waits as the right-hander stepped off. Ozzie Lugo did a great job as our intermediary, our translator with Alberto on the dugout interview. Now the 6'4" right-hander checks Melgarejo and pitches. And nubbing one foul to the Dayton third base dugout is Alberto Callaspo. A new batch of baseballs from the Dayton bat boy to the plate umpire Chris Thomas. This field, like our sparkly new Veterans Memorial Stadium grass, is lush, perfectly manicured, and not a divot or a brown mark on it. Alberto rips one into left center, and I don't think the center fielder's going to get it. He dives and makes a spectacular. No, they say he didn't catch it. And Alberto they doesn't know it. And he's out. Throw to third. It's going to be a double play. Oh, that base umpire killed the Kernels. And again, poor base running by the Kernels. Wow! The center fielder appeared to make a spectacular catch, but the base umpire said no, he did not catch it. And the Kernels froze. What they were doing, I do not know. Callaspo stopped running about, 10 feet from second. The throw came in. They tagged him out. Then Melgarejo tried to go to third. They threw him out. One of the most unconventional double plays you'll ever see. One of the most unconventional double plays you'll ever see. And I blame the base umpire in part because he signaled safe, but the Kernel coaches and runners never knew what happened. We'll try to get the official scoring number on it. But a wild double play ends the Kernel fifth inning. Never seen one like that in my 8 years. No runs for the Kernels in the top of the fifth. The leadoff single, one hit. There were no Dayton errors. The Kernels leave the bases empty. Let's hope that play doesn't come back to turn the entire game around. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Kernels 1, Dragons 1.
This is an emergency. This isn't. Say it's an evening or a weekend, and you have or perhaps even you don't need, but you'd rather not, for your doctor's office to open. That's when it's time to visit a Mercy Care Urgent Care Clinic. Just walk in, limp in, or even crawl in. And a Mercy Care physician will help you feel better, faster. There's a Mercy Care Urgent Care Clinic near you. Mercy Care North on Collins Road Northeast, and the new Mercy Care South on Edgewood Road Southwest. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m., and weekends 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So, next time you have, visit a Mercy Care Urgent Care Clinic in your neighborhood.
You see, I know what's right for me. Don't tell me wrong from right. I know just what I like. Yeah, call me crazy, I don't care. Come feel the joy all around. Each generation has time. They got their own kind of sound. Time to shout it out. Where's that Toya Betsy?
8-6-5 to end the Kernel fifth inning on a 1-0 pitch. Hector Mateo hits a towering fly ball in left field where Caleb Mayer reaches up to bring it down. One out on 2 pitches here in the Dayton fifth inning. A spectacular effort in left center by Junior Ruiz, and apparently he trapped the ball according to Chris Bakke, the diamond umpire. All one up and away to Dominic Lewis. He's 0 for 1, walked in the first inning, stole second, lined out to left in the third. Well, after Ruiz apparently trapped it, there were 2 men at second base for the Kernels. One was Melgarejo, the go-ahead run. The other was Callaspo, who was totally confused. The center fielder picked the ball up, threw to the shortstop. Hector Mateo tagged out Callaspo 10 feet from second. Then Melgarejo tried to get to third. He was thrown out for a double play. It went 8-6-5. I've never seen anything like it. A strike called from the lefty, Micah Posey, to the right-handed hitting leadoff batter, Dominic Lewis. 1-1 our score, bottom of the fifth inning. The Kernels are proud to bring you our Kernel Did You Know question as Dayton bats in the home half of the fifth. Visit our website to view upcoming attractions and promotions or to order tickets. That website address, www.kernels.com, Kernels. There's a deep drive into left center for extra bases. Let's see how far Lewis goes. It's off the 381 mark, and he'll stop at second with a ringing double. Dominic Lewis has the third hit of the night for the Dragons as he bashed a double halfway up the left field wall. That guy gives us trouble, so does this man. Kevin Howard, he walked and scored in the third inning to put Dayton ahead. 1-0. We're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the fifth. The Kernels had Melgarejo at second with 1 out in the top of the fifth inning, and then that unusual double play occurred. Howard tried to bunt his way on, and he bunts foul behind the plate, strike one. You can reach the Kernels and our box office at 896-7560 to order tickets and make plans for joining in on the fun of the upcoming 8-game homestand. Our Colonel Did You Know question coming your way in just a moment. The 0-1. A tap foul past first, and Howard's in the hole, 0-2. Our Colonel Did You Know question. Did you know that reliever Brian Harvey saved 45 of the Florida Marlins' 64 total wins in their inaugural 1993 season? I sure didn't know that, but thanks to the Colonels, you do know how valuable Brian Harvey was to the Marlins in 93. They won 64 games total, and their closer Brian Harvey, a former California Angel, saved 45 of the Marlins' 64 victories. That's phenomenal, and that's why it was our Colonel Did You Know question. Posey's 0-2. Grounded to short. The runner tries for third. The throw to third. He's out at third base. Erick Aybar threw to Matt Brown, and Dominic Lewis made a poor base running choice. A ball hit to the left side. Aybar gloved it, threw to Matt Brown, and Dominic Lewis is out at third as the go-ahead run. Kevin Howard on an 0-2 pitch reaches on a fielder's choice, and the poor base running by Dominic Lewis has hurt the Dayton chances of taking the lead here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Howard at first with 2 out, and the right-handed hitting Ryan Hannigan at the plate. He takes a curve of beauty from Micah Posey for strike one. Well, you have to really hand it to Micah Posey. His first professional start, pitching before a crowd of 8,653 on the road. Now he throws one in. The batter had called time. No pitch. 1-1 our score, bottom of the fifth inning. You're listening to one of the joys of spring and summer, Colonel Baseball on the Zone, ESPN Radio 1600, KCRG, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The 0-1 to the right-handed hitting catcher. High, ball one. Yeah, I don't think many people realize the subject of our Colonel Did You Know question. Brian Harvey had a great stint as the California Angel closer before Troy Percival supplanted him. A let up through the legs of Abruzzo, and it's on to second for Kevin Howard. A wild pitch. It looked like a changeup, and Jared had it go right between his legs, and doggone it, that go-ahead run is at second now on a wild pitch. You hate to see those bases given away like that. But it happens in the big leagues, and it certainly happens occasionally here at this rank of professional baseball. A Micah Posey changeup in the dirt eluded Abruzzo and allowed the go-ahead run to go to second. Hannigan whistled a single into right his last time up, and he takes low and in ball 3. Posey was ahead 0-1, and now Hannigan's ahead 3-1. For the first time tonight, action in the Colonel bullpen. Daniel Arias up and throwing. A bouncer back to the mound, and Posey leaps, grabs it, underhands to first to prevent Dayton from taking the lead. A one-hop shot back to the mound, and Micah used all 6'5" to reach up and stab it, and then he ran it to first, underhanded to the first baseman Mathis to end the Dayton threat here in the bottom of the fifth. If that's the last inning for Micah Posey, he ended it marvelously. Ryan Hannigan on a one-hop bouncer back to the mound is retired 1-3. No runs for the Dragons in the fifth. A one-out double, one hit. There were no Kernel errors. A wild pitch, and the Dragons leave a runner. They've now left 6 men on in 5 at-bats. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Kernels 1, Dayton 1.
The new Veterans Memorial Stadium is among the most awe-inspiring attractions in our great community. The most common remark made by first-time visitors to our new ballpark is simply, wow! The dazzling giant scoreboard, the roomy seats, the spacious concourse, and yes, the numerous women's restrooms all evoke that wow reaction. The most alluring element of all, though, is that perfectly nurtured, lush, green field that composes the diamond. Thanks to Peck's Flower Garden and Landscaping, the aura and magic of the Field of Green in the new stadium can be replicated in your very own yard. That's right, the experts at Peck's are teaming up with the renowned Kernel Grounds crew to award one of you with a Field of Green lawn makeover this spring. Just stop into the Garden Center at Peck's to enter. The Peck's Field of Green dream could be yours. Register this spring in the Garden Center at Peck's, corner of Blair's Ferry and Edgewood Roads Northeast.
Over the years, Dad will use Alliant Energy to do lots of things. To turn the lights off 10,000 times. To give 765 bubble baths. To do 3,126 loads of laundry. But most important of all, to cook 152 gourmet meals when Mom works late.
Alliant Energy, we're on for you.
To learn more, call 1-800-ALLIANT.
Now you're in the zone.
Oh.
ESPN Radio, 1600 AM. KCRG, Cedar Rapids.
Serve just low for ball 1. Now Erick uses the same hitting motion, moving his feet, and he does slap one foul in the air down the third base side, out of play. Not sure what Erick's experimenting with, although Rod Carew used to do that a lot. Micah Posey has pitched 5 innings in his first professional start and has shined here tonight. Ball 2 just missed inside from the right-hander, Josh Thigpen. Each club has a man up in their bullpen. Both teams have a right-hander throwing. Daniel Arias for the Kernels and Todd Coffey for the home team. Fouling one off back behind home plate to even the count at 2-2 is Erick Aybar. Arias warming up for the Kernels in their right field bullpen. Todd Coffey for Dayton in the left field pen. Erick Aybar, a switch hitter batting left, grounds one to the right side. An easy play for Kevin Howard, who flips to first, and Erick is gone as he grounds out to second base to start the Kernels' 6th inning in this 1-1 ball game. Kernels about hit Dayton 5-3. The Kernel cleanup batter, Abruzzo, tied the game on a 3-1 pitch, leading off the 4th inning with his 5th home run of the year. Kernel baseball here from Dayton and in the new Veterans Memorial Stadium is brought to you in part all season long by Papa John's Pizza. Papa John's Pizza, better ingredients, better pizza. Ball 1 taken low, a fastball by Jared Abruzzo. Now he backs away from a pitch just inside, ball 2. And during our 8-game upcoming homestand, we encourage you to visit the Papa John's Plaza down the right field line and enjoy some of that great Papa John's Pizza at the new stadium. Ball 3 way upstairs to Jared. Papa John's Pizza, better ingredients, better pizza. Proud to be the exclusive pizza vendor at the new Veterans Memorial Stadium. 3-0 to Abruzzo. Let's see if Todd Klaus turns him loose. He did, and he pops it up on the infield. A mile high it goes, and it'll be caught by Kevin Howard, the second baseman. A 3-0 pitch. Abruzzo was turned loose, and he popped up to second for the second out of the sixth inning. 2 away in the Kernels' sixth inning. For Alex Dvorsky, nobody on. 1-1 our score. Todd Klaus has always been assertive in his managerial style, and he had Abruzzo swinging on a 3-0 pitch. Dvorsky lines a single into left field with 2 out. That's the Kernels' 6th hit of the game. Alex's first one. Alex Dvorsky, with 2 gone in the 6th, is aboard as the tying run as he lined a single into left field. Now Caleb Mayer at the plate. Daniel Arias has stopped throwing, and Daniel Arias may take over on the hill in the bottom of the 6th inning in this 1-1 game. Boy, Micah Posey, the left-hander, absolutely terrific in his 5 innings, limiting Dayton to 3 hits. The lefty struck out 5 and walked 4. Caleb Mayer at the plate. Ball 1 down and away from the Dayton right-hander. Now the Kernels about hit the Dragons 6-3, thanks to the 2-out single by Alex Dvorsky, who's being held at first by Joey Votto. Caleb Mayer fists one foul into the terrace or load section just on our level, and it's 1-1. Caleb reached on an infield single with 1 out in the 2nd inning and flew out to center in the 4th. Right-handed hitter. A slider, a line drive right at the shortstop to end the inning. Tough hitting luck for Caleb Mayer as he whistled one, smoked one right at the knee top of Hector Mateo, the shortstop. That ends the Kernels' 6th inning. No runs, 1 hit. The Kernels have 1 hit in every inning but the 3rd. There were no Dragon errors. The Kernels leave 1 and have stranded 5. After 5.5, with a new hurler coming on for the Kernels, Daniel Arias, it's the Kernels 1 and the Dragons 1.
One of the biggest auto races in Iowa this year. USAC Sprint Cars, Midget Cars, Ford Focus Midget Cars. Advance Auto Parts Hawkeye Downs Open Wheel Classic presented by Papa John's and Fox 28 and 40. This Thursday and Friday night at Cedar Rapids Hawkeye Downs Speedway. Thursday, Sprint and Midget Practice, Ford Focus Races. Friday, National Championship USAC Sprint and Midget Races. Tony Stewart Souvenir Trailer will be there, and you can win Tony Stewart prices. Get $2 discount coupons at Advance Auto Parts. It's one of Iowa's biggest auto races. Thursday and Friday at Cedar Rapids Hawkeye Downs Speedway.
When the wheels start to wobble, call the Metco Credit Union before your ride dies. Right now, the Metco Credit Union has auto loans for new and used vehicles, $19.99 or newer, starting as low as 4.50% and with terms up to 60 months. It's a great time for a new car for you, or maybe a more reliable car for that student in your family. New or used, the time is right to make a change for the better. Metco Credit Union, Cedar Rapids, NCUA insured. Some restrictions may apply.
When it comes to life insurance, think ahead. Think about planning for your family's future with Farm Bureau Financial Services. Joyce Safi in Cedar Rapids can help you determine what coverage is right for you and your family. When so much in life is beyond your control, aren't you glad life insurance isn't? For your family's future, think about life insurance from Joyce Safi in Cedar Rapids. Farm Bureau Financial Services, more than you think. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, West Des Moines, Iowa.
A U.S. Cellular call to the Kernel Bullpen brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Stop by a U.S. Cellular store or call U.S. Cellular at 1-888-BUY-USCC. U.S. Cellular, we connect with you. Micah Posey, the 6'5" Kernel lefty, in his professional debut was dazzling. He went 5 innings, gave up 1 run on 3 hits, struck out 5, walked 4. And Daniel Arias has answered a U.S. Cellular call to the Kernel Bullpen. Daniel Arias, a right-hander, now takes over for the Kernels. The last time that Daniel Arias pitched was at home on Sunday and lost to West Michigan, so the Kernel right-hander, 20 years old, should be well rested. His curveball is outside. Ball 1 to Travis Wong. He drove in the only Dayton run of the night with the fielder's choice ground out in the third inning. Daniel Arias pitched 2 1/3 innings on Sunday on Mother's Day. No runs, 2 hits, struck out 3 West Michigan batters, walked 5. Daniel Arias, a right-hander, starting from the stretch with nobody on, nobody out. In the bottom of the 6th, we're tied at 1. Big Travis Wong, 6 feet 6 inches tall, 240 pounds. The cleanup batter in DH for Dayton. Takes a fastball down and away, ball 2. Wong walked in the first, reached on that fielder's choice ground out that drove in a run in the third inning, and Daniel Arias has fallen behind him 2-0. Daniel is pitching for the 14th time this year, 1-0 with a 4.05 ERA. The 2-0. Outside, ball 3. Arias in 20 innings has struck out 18, allowed 24 hits in 20 innings, and walked 11 in 20 innings. The league hitting .300 against Daniel Arias, who had 15 saves with the Mesa Angels last summer. He walks Wong on 4 pitches. Well, that's too bad. Too bad that a relief pitcher comes in and accidentally throws 4 balls to walk the leadoff man in a 1-1 game. Jared Abruzzo is out to the mound to try to settle Daniel Arias down. So's Matt Brown and Erick Aybar. Let's see if Daniel can settle down and keep this a 1-1 game with Mark Schrammick at the plate. Mark is glad that the lefty Micah Posey is gone. Schrammick struck out twice against the Kernel starter. Hey, we've got a fabulous new promotion that we want to tell you about at the new Veterans Memorial Stadium, our Culver's Small Fry. You can register your daughter or son for a chance to take the field and get the autograph of her or his favorite Kernel player as our Culver's. A deep drive into right center, way back at the wall, leaping try off the glove of B.J. Weed. Racing to third is Travis Wong. They're going to try to score him. Now they stop him. What an effort by B.J. Weed as Mark Schrammick ripped the first pitch from Daniel Arias into deep right. B.J. left his feet, got a glove on it, nothing doing, and Wong was held at third. So Daniel Arias has had no luck so far. A 4-pitch walk and a line drive double off the bat of Schrammick. It's second and third, nobody out for Brad Correll. That marvelous new promotion I was telling you about allows you to walk into either of our Culver's frozen custard or Butterburgers and register your daughter or son for a chance to be drawn as our Culver's Small Fry of the game. The Culver's Small Fry of the game dons a Culver's cap and is escorted onto the field with Mr. Shucks, and the Kernel player autographs the Culver's cap of the youngster, and then Mr. Shucks gives your son or daughter a certificate for a free kids meal at Culver's. A curve outside, ball 1 from Arias to Brad Correll. 1-1 the score, bottom of the 6th. Dayton has runners at second and third with nobody out. The Kernel infield is in at the corners and regular depth up the middle. So stop by. There's no purchase necessary at Culver's, although I encourage you to sample their delicious frozen custard or their world-famous Butterburgers. The Culver's Small Fry of the game. All you have to do for your chance to have your son or daughter chosen as the Culver's Small Fry of the game is register them at either of the Culver's locations. One's right off I-380 Boyson Road, exit 25 in Hiawatha, across the street from Allen's in Hiawatha. A curve, a grounded to short, puts Dayton ahead. Wong scores. Aybar throws out the batter. 2-1 Dragons here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The other Culver's Frozen Custard and Butterburgers location is on the southwest side, and that's in front of the Winsong 12 Theater Complex on Edgewood Road Southwest. Culver's Frozen Custard and Butterburgers. The place to register your daughter or son for a chance to take the field during a Kernel home game as our Culver's Small Fry of the game. The leadoff walk issued by Daniel Arias has come back to haunt the Kernel right-hander. And now the Kernels are going to walk Brad Correll. No, they're going to walk Junior Ruiz. Brad Correll just grounded out to Aybar, and Wong scored to make it 2-1. Here's ball 2 from Arias to the left-handed batter, Junior Ruiz. 2-1 Dayton. Both of their runs tonight have come in as a direct result of leadoff walks issued by Kernel pitching. Now, Ruiz waits for ball 3. From Daniel Arias, there it is. On the ground ball out to short, Travis Wong scored. Mark Schrammick, who hit that rocket of a double into right center just off the glove of Weed, held at second base. Ruiz on a 3-0 pitch takes the intentional pass, ball 4. First and second, one out for Joey Votto, a left-handed batter. The Kernels have lefty Hayden Glemo in the bullpen, and they may go to Hayden Glemo right now. 2-1 Dayton. The Kernels have out hit the Dragons 6-4, but trail here in the bottom of the 6th inning by a run. Is Todd Klaus going to make a pitching change? No, he is not. Daniel Arias, a 20-year-old right-hander from the Dominican Republic, has surrendered the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And will pitch to Joey Votto. Let's see if the Kernels can get the pop-up double play or strikeout that they're looking for after they walked Junior Ruiz to get to the left-handed hitter, Joey Votto. A fastball is just upstairs, ball 1. A 4-pitch walk to Travis Wong and then a double by Mark Schrammick have helped Dayton take the lead here in the 6th inning. 2-1 Dragons. Daniel is set at the belt, the 1-0 to Votto. A drive into deep right, way back Weed, he has it. A line drive, and Schrammick tags and goes to third on a hard hit ball into right. Second out of the inning. Joey Votto hit a hard drive into right, sending Mark Schrammick to third. Weed caught it. Junior Ruiz anchored at first base. First and third, 2 out. And Dayton switch hitting shortstop Hector Mateo will bat left-handed for the first time tonight. The Kernels have to guard against a squeeze. Here comes Todd Klaus. He may make a pitching change. Todd may make a change, or he may warn the Kernels about a possible squeeze play. No, Todd's going to the bullpen. We're going to have our second U.S. Cellular call to the Kernel bullpen. This U.S. Cellular call to the Kernel bullpen brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Stop by a U.S. Cellular store or call U.S. Cellular at 1-888-BUY-USCC. U.S. Cellular, we connect with you. Daniel Arias pitches 2/3 of an inning, and the Kernel right-hander has allowed 1 run on 1 hit. He struck out none. He walked a pair. The leadoff walk to Wong cost him dearly. Daniel Arias goes 2/3 of an inning. And the second U.S. Cellular call to the Kernel bullpen has Hayden Glemo coming on. Hayden Glemo, the Kernel lefty, is 1-1 this year. Hayden, pitching for the 15th time with a 1-1 record, has hurled 20 in the 3rd innings, given up 16 hits. Fanned 19 batters in 21 in the 3rd, walked 11. Hayden will try to keep it a 1-run game as Dayton has scored the go-ahead run here in their half of the 6th inning. Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. Memorial Day weekend, Sunday, May 25th. Right now, you can register for a chance to win a 2002 Chevy Cavalier from Pat McGrath Chevy Land. The drawing will be held during the game on Sunday, the 25th. You need not be present. You can register during our upcoming homestand or at Pat McGrath Chevy Land. But why not come to the game on Sunday, the 25th? Remember, it's baseball, hot dogs, and apple pie. Half-price hot dogs on the 25th. Coupons to be handed out to everyone for a free slice of apple pie from any of our Cedar Rapids or Marion Hy-Vees, plus your chance to win a 2002 Chevy Cavalier from Pat McGrath Chevy Land. Everyone will be given a ticket when they come in for a drawing to be held during the game for a 2002 Chevy Cavalier from Pat McGrath Chevy Land. Winner must be 18 years old or older with a valid driver's license and proof of insurance. You need not be present to win, but we hope you come out for baseball, hot dog, apple pie, and Chevrolet Day. Thanks to Pat McGrath Chevy Land and our Marion and Cedar Rapids Hy-Vees on Sunday, May 25th. The game starts at 2, and the gates open at 1 o'clock on Sunday, May 25th. Hayden Glemo will now face Hector Mateo, the switch hitter, who will bat right-handed. Glemo pitched Monday at home against West Michigan. He pitched an inning and 2/3, gave up no runs to the Whitecaps, no hits. He fanned 4 West Michigan batters. He walked 2. Hayden Glemo is the third Kernel pitcher of the night, the second of the 6th inning. A pitch, a swing, and a miss on a changeup by Hector Mateo. Hayden Glemo trying to keep this a 2-1 game in favor of Dayton. In the bottom of the 6th inning, a new hurler will likely take over for the Dragons in the top of the 7th. That'll be Todd Coffey. Glemo is set. Swing and a miss on another off-speed pitch, and the switch hitter number 9 batter Mateo's down in the count 0-2. And now the video board in left field urging the crowd of over 8,600 to yell louder, yell louder. 2-1 Dragons. They've scored a run on 2 walks and a hit here in the 6th inning against Daniel Arias. Glemo's ahead of Mateo, 0-2. You get the feeling if the Kernels can get out of this first and third 2-out jam that our chances are very good of coming back in the last 3 innings to take this game. Hayden comes set at the chin, throws to first, and back safely is Junior Ruiz. The Kernels want to keep that force play intact if possible. That's why they want to hold Ruiz closely as they can at first base. Now Abruzzo out to the mound. Hayden Glemo with a 3.54 ERA. The league hitting .216 against him. The Kernels really thinking about what they want to do with the number 9 hitter at the plate, Hector Mateo. He's flown out to right, he's flown out to left, and he's in the hole 0-2. Mark Schrammick at third. He doubled in this inning, sending the go-ahead run Wong to third base. The 0-2 to Mateo. Outside in the dirt, what a play by Abruzzo to prevent a wild pitch and prevent a run from scoring. 6 hits for the Kernels, 4 for Dayton. The Dragons have made an error, but they lead it 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Glemo tosses to first. Ruiz back. And the crowd grows restless, as you can hear. Now Hayden has his sign. Another throw to first, and that rankers the crowd again. Man, this is a big league atmosphere in Dayton, with the crowd into every pitch like they are at the new Veterans Memorial Stadium. Mateo waits and grounds one to third, ground to second, and the inning. Hayden Glemo came on and did his job. He got Hector Mateo to force Junior Ruiz on a bouncer to third. It went 5-4. A leadoff walk hurts the Kernels. 1 run for Dayton in the 6th inning. 1 hit. 2 walks, no Kernel errors, and Dayton leaves a pair. They've now left 8 men on in their 6 at-bats. We go to the 7th with Dayton on top, 2-1.
Remember when you were a child and there was a safety patrol person near your school to make sure you could cross the street safely? Don't you wish you had a safety patrol with you to help you conduct your life safely? Scott Draper, your Pekin insurance agent at Sheets Forest Draper Insurance in Marion, can help you feel safe with the right insurance coverages. For the right insurance for your home, auto, life, health, and business, see your Pekin insurance agent, Scott Draper at Sheets Forest Draper Insurance in Marion.
Budweiser True Music is music created for real music lovers by real musicians, like the Donnas.
We don't put any song on the record that we don't like.
We really try hard to think of it as an album instead of a single and then some other filler songs. I know everyone tries to write a great album. Yeah, a lot of people say it, but do they stress out about it and cry?
This moment of true music was brought to you by Budweiser Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
The Crown Plaza Five Seasons is Cedar Rapids' exclusive downtown hotel. Make plans to experience a spectacular view from the top of the Five. Start your day off with us for breakfast or make a lasting impression on your business associates by treating them to our signature pasta bar for lunch. For any occasion, enjoy an elegant dinner or Eddie Picard Jazz Trio in the city's only rooftop restaurant. Call 363-8161 for reservations.
A new hurler is on for Dayton. A tall right-hander, strong, Todd Coffey. Todd Coffey now pitching for the Dragons. Todd is 6'5", 230, so big is an understatement. 23 years old, a 41st round pick of the Reds in 98, Todd Coffey. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is his 5th year of pro ball, and he delivers outside. Ball 1 to Jake Mathis. We're underway in the top of the 7th. 2-1 Dragons. Anybody's game. Ball 2 is high to Jake. What a job by Hayden Glemo to keep it a one-run game in that bottom of the 6th inning, during which the Dragons scored the go-ahead run. Jake tonight is 0 for 2. He reached on an error his last time up. Ball 3 is downstairs from the hard-throwing right-hander, Todd Coffey. He's 1-0 this year, has 4 saves, a 2.45 ERA. 6'5", 230, and he delivers. A strike called. He took a little off of, 92 miles an hour. I guess he didn't. Coffey's pitched 22 innings, struck out 23 batters, given up 23 hits in 22 innings, walked only 5. And he walks Mathis to start the Kernels 7th. Well, leadoff walks have resulted in both Dragon runs tonight. Let's see what Todd Klaus has Matt Brown do. Matt may be bunting. The final line on the Dayton starter, Josh Thigpen, he went 6 innings, and he allowed 1 run on 6 hits. He struck out 4, and he walked 1. Matt Brown may be bunting, or Todd Klaus may play it straight up and see what Matt can do against this big right-hander, Todd Coffey. Broke in 1998. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Matt was turned loose. Boy, you Kernels have to be pleased with the terrific start by Micah Posey, their 6'5" left-hander. He gave 1 run on 3 hits in 5 innings. A check swing, and Brown's in the hole 0-2. The ball ricocheted off his bat to the railing of the Kernel first base dugout. Todd Coffey issued a leadoff walk to Jake Mathis. Matt Brown walked in the 2nd. Grounded out to short to end the 4th inning. Let's see if Matt can bounce out of this 0-2 hole and get the tying run to second base. A high fly ball down the line and right. There will be a play, I believe, for Lewis. Into the Kernel bullpen. He made the catch. What a catch by Dominic Lewis in the Kernel bullpen. Matt Brown on 3 pitches. On an 0-2 pitch, sliced one off the end of his bat. It just did stay in play, and Dominic Lewis used his great speed and made a whale of a catch in the Kernel right field bullpen. The Kernels cleared out of there, so Lewis had plenty of room. And now the Kernels may hit and run with Melgarejo. I'm still astounded at the difficulty our club has scoring runs for a team that's batting .268, second in the league, and a team that has 3 of the top 6 hitters in the league. But that's good pitching by Dayton tonight. I think we're going to be a very good run-scoring team, but we just have to do the little things right. Our base running, again, has hurt us tonight. Melgarejo faked a bunt and took a curve high and away, ball 1. Todd Coffey is as big as they come. Broad-shouldered, thick legs, big feet. Milwaukee used to have a pitcher named Pete Ladd, L-A-D-D. He pitched for the 82 American League champion Brewers. He had size 16 feet. There goes Mathis, a bouncer to second. The shortstop has it and throws Ransell out. It was right in front of second base. Mathis is in scoring position for B.J. Weed. And I commend Todd Klaus for starting the runner. And I salute Ransell for bouncing the ball over the pitcher's head. The shortstop, Hector Mateo, had to come in to his left, took a tough short hop, and with his momentum carried him towards first, gunned out Ransell for the second out of the Kernels' 7th inning. And now the batter is B.J. Weed. He could tie this game. Donnie Scott wants to talk it over. Donnie Scott meeting with all his infielders on the mound, with Dayton leading this game 2-1. 2-1 in the 7th inning. That'll give us a chance, thanks to State Farm Insurance agents Gary Schubat, Al Shetler, Lanny Peterson, and Dale Thompson to fill you in on afternoon action on the State Farm Major League scoreboard. It went 17 innings at Miller Park in Milwaukee. The Cubs outlasted the Brewers 4-2. At PNC Park, the Pirates bowed to Houston 6-2. It was the Cardinals finally getting a win over the Reds at Busch Stadium 6-3 this afternoon. The Cardinals beat Cincinnati at Busch Stadium. And the Phillies turned back Arizona 6-4 this afternoon at Veterans Memorial Stadium. B.J. Weed fouls one into the net, strike one. State Farm Major League scoreboard this afternoon in Toronto. It was Tampa Bay whipping the Blue Jays 9-5. And in 14 innings at the Metrodome, Kansas City toppled the Twins 9-5. Those are all the finals we have from this afternoon on the State Farm Major League scoreboard, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Lanny Peterson, Gary Schubat, Dale Thompson, and Al Shetler. The 0-1 to BJ. Strike two called on the inside corner. Tyne run at second, 2 out. Top of the 7th inning, Dayton leads it 2-1. Let's see if BJ can battle back from this 0-2 count. He doubled in the first inning. Since then has grounded out twice. Weed calls time, and it's granted to him. Again, Josh Thigpen went 6 innings for Dayton, gave up a run on 6 hits, struck out 4, walked 1. The only Kernel run of the game produced by Jared Abruzzo, a leadoff homer in the 4th inning that tied the game. Now the Kernels down by a run, 2-1. The 0-2 to Weed. Looped foul down the left field line. BJ protected the plate well on a low fastball. Lots more scores to share with you as the evening progresses on the State Farm Major League scoreboard. There's a lot of games tonight. Coffey checks Mathis, Jake the tying run, and fires outside, ball 1 to Weed. BJ tied for 5th in the league in hits with 48, batting .338. Weed steps out and rubs up his hands with some dirt. Taps both sides of the plate. And rattles one foul into the screen to stay alive at 1-2. Bring your dog to the ballpark this Sunday. Bark in the Park. The gates open at 1 o'clock. A parade on the field with you and your dog on a leash at 1:30. Your dog pays $4, so do you. And your dog's $4 admission to the lawn seats is donated directly to the Lynn County Humane Society. Our first ever Bark in the Park Sunday, 2 o'clock. The gates open at 1. Coffey's 1-2 is tapped to the right side. Todd has it and throws BJ out to end the inning. BJ Weed taps out to the right side, and the pitcher was a little shaky on fielding it, but the big guy made the play to end the Kernels' 7th inning. So the Kernels can't do what the Dragons have done twice tonight. That is capitalize on a leadoff walk and bring that guy home. In the 7th inning, no runs for the Kernels, a leadoff walk, no hits. There were no Dragonaires. The Kernels leave 1. We've left 6 aboard. 7th inning stretched before a crowd of 8,653 finds the Kernels trailing Dayton 2-1.
When we met in Spaghetti, we would never forget the Ojanos. Now it's where mi amore and I dine in. We carry out the lunch and the dinner all the time for lasagna, ravioli, mandacati, cannelloni, tortellini, or try their delicious salads and sub sandwiches too. The Ojanos is the hometown taste of Italy. For your next meal with friends and a family, remember the Ojanos with 5 convenient locations for the pasta that makes you sing.
Here's a fact about the new Veterans Memorial Stadium I bet you didn't know. All of the grounds surrounding our community's newest source of pride are maintained by Greg's Lawn Service. That's right, it's Greg's Lawn Service that provides you with that initial lift when you approach our magnificent new ballpark. Greg's Lawn Service can put their first-class signature on your yard, elevating it to the same immaculate condition you see around the stadium. Greg's Lawn Service, a cut above the rest since 1983.
Searching for a professional logistics team of experts to handle your warehousing operations? Look to Worley Warehousing. Worley Warehousing will help you achieve greater efficiencies by providing superior warehouse facilities, technological advancements, and expert professionals. By focusing on technological innovations and keen foresight, Worley Warehousing has grown into one of our nation's leading warehousing operations. Worley Warehousing, your single source for all of your warehousing and distribution needs.
Top of the order for Dayton in the bottom of the 7th. Dragons ahead 2-1. Dominic Lewis is 1 for 2 with the walk, and he takes outside from right-hander Hayden Glemo, who pitched a third of an inning and kept the Kernels within a run of Dayton by recording the final out of the Dayton 6th with runners at first and third. Ball 2 outside to the right-handed batter. Brett Cimarelli, a right-hander, working in the Kernel right field bullpen. Lewis ahead 2-0. Hayden delivers low, ball 3. Walks have really hurt the Kernels this year, and that's something that can be corrected. The old joke is, make sure you throw strikes, but don't make it too good. And that's hard to do. A 3-0 pitch is a strike to the leadoff batter. Well, we told you we'd have more finals for you on the State Farm Major League scoreboard besides the games this afternoon. And indeed, we do have one more final. First, the 3-1 pitch from Hayden. Low and away, ball 4, leadoff walk. That's beginning to sound like too familiar of a tune. You don't want to sing the song, a leadoff walk, a leadoff walk, a leadoff walk, a leadoff walk, but we've had to sing it 4 times tonight. A leadoff walk in the first, issued by Kernel pitching. A leadoff walk in the 6th, the leadoff walk here in the 7th. 1-out walk in the 3rd and 4th. Too many walks, too many walks. You don't have to swing the bat to reach base when you take ball 4. Howard is bunting. A terrific bunt, and it'll be Glemo fumbling it. Everybody's safe. It'll be a base hit for Kevin Howard. A miscommunication between Jake Mathis and Hayden Glemo. Hayden ran towards the line, and now they've charged Glemo with an error. They may change that. An error by Hayden Glemo. Just too good a bunt, though, by Kevin Howard. He drug it up the first base line beautifully. Jake Mathis broke towards it, so did Glemo. Hayden took his eye off of it as Jake was retreating to first. And what a formula. What a formula for Dayton. A walk and a bunt. First and second, nobody out. Let's see if we can get a double play. Ryan Hannigan may be bunting. You hate to give up any more runs in the bottom of the 7th, trailing 2-1. Hannigan's bunting. And the bunt is foul down the third base side. State Farm Major League scoreboard brought to you by State Farm insurance agents Lanny Peterson, Al Shetler, Gary Shubat, and Dale Thompson. Atlanta dismantled the Padres 15-6 earlier this evening in San Diego. Elsewhere in the National League, they're just underway at Coors Field. No score. The Expos and Rockies delayed by rain in the 2nd inning. Later tonight, the Mets and Giants As the Giants play at home, they try to break a 5-game losing streak. Hannigan pops one in the air. On comes Melgarejo. The runner's hold as Ransell makes the catch in shallow center. Ryan Hannigan is flown out to shallow center. So Donnie Scott, after seeing him try to bunt, had him swinging, and Glimo got him to pop out to shallow center. Travis Wong is a guy the Kernels would love to get on a double play. Would love to get him on a double play. In the American League, tonight, it's 7-0 Seattle at Jacobs Field against the Tribe, but they're delayed by rain in the 4th inning, so that is not an official game. Travis Wong drew a leadoff walk in the 6th, scored the go-ahead run. He takes a slider in the dirt, ball 1. American League, they go to the 8th inning at Fenway Park with the Red Sox trouncing Texas 12-2. And the Yankees are stomping our parent club, the 2002 World Champion Angels. They go to the 7th in the Bronx. The Yankees 10, Anaheim 2. The 1-0 to Travis Wong with 2 on and 1 out from Hayden. Inside, ball 2. Top of the 9th inning at Comerica Park in Detroit, and Oakland is clobbering the Tigers 11-2. They're tied at 2 at Comiskey Park. Tied at 2, the Orioles and White Sox in the top of the 6th inning at Comiskey. That's everything we have on the State Farm Major League scoreboard, including the afternoon games, which we gave you in the top of the 7th. Wong swings at a changeup and missed it, strike 1. 2-1 Dragons, 1 out, runners at 1st and 2nd, bottom of the 7th inning. I don't know how Dayton doesn't win every home game they play with 8,653 screaming at the top of their lungs. Man, this crowd is into every pitch. The runner goes. Glimo throws to 3rd. Matt Brown runs the lead runner back towards 2nd. He's tagged out by Erick Aybar. Aybar slapped the tag on the lead runner, Dominic Lewis, who is breaking towards 3rd. Glimo calmly stepped off, threw to 3rd. Matt Brown then ran the runner Lewis back towards 2nd. And the play went 1-5-6. But good base running by Kevin Howard as he advanced to 2nd. 2 out, a bad base running play, the 2nd of the game by the Dragons. They have a runner at 2nd, and Travis Wong is still at the plate waiting for the 2-1 delivery. And he drives it in the air foul down the right field line beyond the reach of Jake Mathis. Boy, the intensity of these professional minor league games is night in and night out, just at a very high threshold. These kids are so hungry and want to do so well. Now Todd Klaus comes out, and let's see with a 2-2 count if he takes out Hayden Glimo. Or is Hayden shaking himself up? I think Todd's making a pitching change. Let's wait and see. Todd Klaus with his hands on his hips, along with Jared Abruzzo, meeting Hayden Glimo on the mound. And Todd is talking it over with the lefty Glimo. It's a 2-2 count on Travis Wong. Abruzzo with a cleanly shaven head in on the conversation. What's Todd going to do? The plate umpire wants to know. Todd Klaus is going to leave Hayden Glimo in the ball game. There's not a better manager in all of professional baseball, in my opinion, than Todd Klaus. Everyone has the utmost respect and admiration for Todd's knowledge, his passion. Now they're going to walk Wong, or will they walk Wong? Travis is ready. Ball 3 is outside. A left-handed batter is on deck. The count is 3-2 to Travis Wong. Earlier in this series, the Kernels pretended they were going to walk a batter and threw a pitch for strike 3. Wong is ready to swing if the pitch is anywhere near. Here's Hayden's 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 high. Ball 4 high. It was over the plate but high. And now Mark Stramick will bat. I'm not sure that was the right move to make, but we'll never question Todd Klaus. They had Wong 2-2 and then they walked him. Now a much tougher hitter at the plate, in my opinion, Mark Schrammick. A much tougher hitter. Well, you can debate all day why didn't we go after Travis Wong on a 2-2 pitch? The percentages say that we did the right thing. We walked Wong, but now we have to face, I think, the best hitter in the Dayton lineup, Mark Schrammick. A curve, a beauty, a strike called. Schrammick struck out twice against the Kernel starter, southpaw Micah Posey. He ripped a double into right center off of Daniel Arias that helped Dayton take the lead in the 6th inning. The Dragons own a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Have runners at first and second with 2 out. The 0-1 from Glimo. A curve, a beauty, strike 2 called. Hayden Glimo's ahead of Mark Schrammick, 0-2. So far, Todd Klaus, as usual, looks like he's right on top of things, a step ahead of the game. Now the 0-2 pitch. Uh-oh. Oh, no, a 3-run homer. Doggone it. Still not sure why we didn't pitch to Wong, and my worst fears were confirmed. The best hitter on the Dragon team on an 0-2 pitch puts Dayton ahead now 5-1 with a 3-run homer. No doubt about it when it left the bat. It came on an 0-2 pitch. It came on an 0-2 pitch. It came on an 0-2 pitch. That one's hard to figure out. We have a guy 2-2. And then we walk him to face the best hitter on the Dayton team. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know what dictated that move, but that's the fun of baseball. That's the fun and intrigue of baseball is what we just saw. The Kernels got a matchup, lefty-lefty, and Glimo on an 0-2 pitch made it too good. Here's a high fly ball into left center, chased by 2 men. Mel Garejo, 378 feet away on the track and left, makes the catch as Brad Carell flies out to left. Still not sure on a 2-2 count why we walked Travis Wong, because you knew Schrammick was going to do something big, and he did. In the 7th inning, 3 runs for the Dragons on a total of 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 Kernel error, nobody left for Dayton. Boy, oh boy. We've out-hit the Dragons 6-5, but as we go to the 8th inning, Dayton leads the Kernels 5-1.
Kernel Baseball, all 140 games, comes your way right here on The Zone, ESPN Radio 1600 KCRG Cedar Rapids. Thanks for tuning in, and let's take a look at the upcoming sports lineup. Friday, May 16th, we get things started at 5:40, late afternoon, Kernel Baseball, Game 4 of the road trip, and the 4-game set to Dayton, Ohio, as the Kernels meet the Dayton Dragons. 5:40 is your pregame 6 o'clock first pitch. Then right after that, it's out to Hawkeye Downs as the United States Honor Club. The Sprints and Midgets from the USAC ranks are in town for their only Iowa appearance. We'll have it for you after Kernel Baseball. Saturday the 17th, Coach's Corner at 9, and then the Kernels back home as they welcome the South Bend Summerhawks, Class A Midwest League affiliate of the Arizona Diamondbacks. We'll have it for you beginning with the pregame at 4:40. That's your upcoming sports lineup as we take a look at the weekend on The Zone.
One of the biggest auto races in Iowa this year. USAC Sprint Cars, Midget Cars, Ford Focus Midget Cars. Advance Auto Parts Hawkeye Downs Open Wheel Classic presented by Papa John's and Box 28 and 40. This Thursday and Friday nights at Cedar Rapids Hawkeye Downs Speedway. Thursday, Sprint and Midget Practice, Ford Focus Races. Friday, National Championship USAC Sprint and Midget Races. Tony Stewart Souvenir Trailer will be there. You can win Tony Stewart prizes. Get $2 discount coupons at Advance Auto Parts. It's one of Iowa's biggest auto races. Thursday and Friday at Cedar Rapids Hawkeye Downs Speedway.
Here we go to the Kernel 8th inning, and the Kernels will have Callaspo, Aybar, and Abruzzo to face Todd Coffey. Kernels have never led tonight and have just a 4-run deficit to climb out of here. A ground ball to the right side. Alberto grounds out to his counterpart, second baseman Kevin Howard. One of the big differences between the Kernels and most of the other teams in the Midwest League is our very, very assertive style at the plate. That means we don't take too many pitches. And there's pluses and minuses in that. Trailing by 4 runs here in the top of the 8th, Alberto grounds out to second, first pitch swinging. Now Aybar takes outside from Todd Coffey, who came on and pitched around a leadoff walk to Jake Mathis in the 7th inning in relief of Josh Thigpen. The crowd's still buzzing about that 3-run homer on an 0-2 pitch by Mark Schrammick. A learning experience for Hayden Glimo. I think he threw him a 3rd straight curveball and Schrammick was ready for it. Ball too low to Erick Aybar. 6 hits for the Kernels, 5 for Dayton. Each club has made an error by Hayden Glimo. Help in that Dayton 3-run 7th. Strike 1 call to Erick from Todd Coffey. Erick Aybar, the league's leading hitter, with a .347 average, is 0 for 3 tonight. There's a drive into center. Back goes Junior Ruiz in front of the track. He has it. 2 gone in the Kernel 8th inning. Erick Aybar flies to center. And with 2 out, Jared Abruzzo will bat. Jared has driven in the only Kernel run of the night with a leadoff homer in the 4th inning. We want to reiterate a very intriguing matchup tomorrow. Jimmy Haynes will pitch for Dayton. He's a big leaguer on his way back into the starting rotation for Cincinnati. And the Kernels will counter with 18-year-old right-hander Kevin Jepson. Todd Coffey gets ahead, a strike call to Abruzzo. Jimmy Haynes broke into the big leagues in 1995. A rocket into right is the second hit for Abruzzo, a 2-out single by Jared. Oh, he crushed an 0-1 pitch. Abruzzo with his second hit. And let's hope that's the start of a Kernel 2-out rally here in the top of the 8th, 5-1 Dayton. Jimmy Haynes will pitch tomorrow. He's a right-hander. And he's 30 years old. He'll be pitching against 18-year-old Kevin Jepson, who started the series opener here Tuesday night and was shelled in just 1 inning of work. Ball 1 up and in to Alex Dvorsky. Jimmy Haynes pitched in the Midwest League. He was a member of the Kane County Cougars when they were a Baltimore affiliate back in '92. Ball 2 inside to Alex Dvorsky. Last year with Cincinnati, Jimmy Haynes was 15-10 in 34 starts. So the Kernels will be facing a 15-game winner for the Reds last year tomorrow night. Ball 3 from Coffey inside to Dvorsky. Jimmy Haynes has pitched with Baltimore, Oakland, and the Brewers. His 4th big league team, the Cincinnati Reds. He won 15 games for him last year. Ball 4 to Alex Dvorsky. A 4-pitch walk issued by Todd Coffey, his second walk in his second inning out of the bullpen. Josh Dawes is warming up for Dayton in their left field bullpen. Caleb Mayer at the plate. Caleb 1 for 3 tonight. Even though Dayton got those 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th, they still only lead this game by 4 runs. And here comes Jaime Garcia, the pitching coach for the Dragons. Jaime Garcia out to the mound. Well, by far the most popular promotion in all of minor league baseball for the last 30 years has been fireworks. And thanks to Commercial Federal Bank, Fireworks Night, the first of 4 fireworks nights throughout the season, comes your way with a boom on Friday, May 23rd. Friday, May 23rd, a 6:30 start versus Clinton, Commercial Federal Bank Fireworks Night. To make sure you're part of the fun and thrill of baseball and fireworks, call us at 896-7560. Call the Kernels at 896-7560. That's our box office number. or you can order your tickets right online at www.kernels.com. With Josh Dawes in the left field bullpen, Todd Coffey brings it home to Caleb Mayer, ball one high. I want to reiterate the Kernels are not out of this game. They have 2 on, 2 out, trailing by 4 in the bottom or top of the 8th inning. A curve, that's upstairs, and it's 2-0. And the crowd grows a bit restless as the Dragons' right-hander has given up a 2-out single to Abruzzo and then a 4-pitch walk to Dvorsky. You can bet Caleb Mayer will be taking on this 2-0 pitch. It's inside and high, ball 3. Todd Coffey cannot find the strike zone. Josh Dawes may have to come in here in the Dayton or in the Kernel 8th inning. The 3-0 to Caleb. Inside, ball 4, bases loaded. Tying run at the plate, 2 out, and here comes Donnie Scott, I believe, to make a pitching change. No, Donnie Scott has not come out yet. Caleb Mayer draws a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded, and here comes Donnie Scott. He will make a pitching change. Josh Dawes will come on. Todd Coffey goes. So he goes an inning and 2/3. So far, he's given up no runs. He's walked 3 and allowed 1 hit. He struck out none, did the big 6'5" right-hander. Out goes Coffey. In comes Josh Dawes in this 5-1 game. The Kernels have loaded the bases with 2 out in the top of the 8th, down by 4. A proud sponsor, season long, of Kernel baseball is Rockwell Collins. Rockwell Collins and the Kernels, they're partners in making Cedar Rapids the best place to live, work, and play. And isn't that the truth? Rockwell Collins, with such a proud tradition of innovation and corporate good citizenship in our area, Rockwell Collins and the Kernels, they both believe that Cedar Rapids is the best place to live, work, and play. And we thank Rockwell Collins for backing the Kernels. Josh Dawes has come into this game with the bases loaded and 2 out. And he'll face Jake Mathis. Now, there's no need for Jake, although we wouldn't mind it if he hits a grand slam to tie the game, but there's no need for him to think grand slam. There's plenty of time left in this game. Abruzzo's at third, Dvorsky's at second, Caleb Mayer's at first. With 2 out, Jared ripped a single into right. Dvorsky and Mayer both walked on 4 pitches, prompting Donnie Scott to make a pitching change. Josh Dawes has come on. Dawes is not a big fella. In fact, he's only 5'10". But he's a seasoned veteran by Midwest League standards. Dawes, D-A-W-S, on for the 4th time as a Dragon. He has 2 saves. He pitched against the Kernels last week in the series which these 2 clubs split in our ballpark. Jake Mathis, 0 for 2, has reached on an error, has walked tonight. He walked his last time up, leading off the 7th inning. Abruzzo at third, Dvorsky at second, Mayer at first. 5-1 in favor of the Dragons. Strike 1 on the inside corner from Dawes. D-A-S-S. Josh, I had his bio with me on the homestand, and somehow it didn't make it here to Dayton. He's not in the Dragon Media Guide. I looked him up in the big baseball register, the Bible of baseball players. Swing and a miss by Jake, a fastball high and away, strike 2. Well, Dawes has done what you want a reliever to do. He's come right after the Kernel batter. Jake Mathis down in the count, 0-2. A base hit would likely make it a 2-run game. Mathis, a 274 batter. A curve, and Jake rolls it foul to the Kernel first base dugout. This game was 33 minutes late in starting. It's 9 o'clock in eastern Iowa, and we want to remind you that you're tuned to the fun and excitement of Kernel baseball on the Zone, ESPN Radio 1600, KCRG, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The 0-2 pitch to Jake. Swing and a miss, strike three. That's what experience will do for you. Dawes is a seasoned Midwest League veteran. As Mike Kuhlbeck, our Director of Public Relations and Marketing, correctly stated, Josh Dawes should not be in the Midwest League. He struck out Jake Mathis. No runs in the Kernel 8th inning. 1 hit, 2 walks. There were no Dayton errors. The Kernels leave the bases loaded and have left 9 men tonight. After 7.5, the Dragons lead the Kernels 5-1.
Okay, so I'm dropping my daughter off at daycare, and as I'm walking out, I see myself in the double door.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is right. My hair looks terrible. My ends are all scraggly, and my roots. Did you see my roots? I can't believe I've been walking around like this.
Have you tried cost cutters?
Oh, I'd love to get my hair done, but who has the time? With work and the kids, I barely have time to find matching socks, let alone time for my hair. Besides, I need the works.
Just go to Cost Cutters. They'll have you in and out looking great in no time.
Yeah?
Yeah. At Cost Cutters, the stylist will keep you looking great with a new cut, some color, even highlights. Check out mine.
Oh, so Cost Cutters is your secret.
Yep. I even get my favorite products there. You know, shampoo, conditioner.
That's it. I'm going to Cost Cutters.
Right now?
My roots, thank you.
There are a dozen Cost Cutters here in our area, each offering a relaxed, convenient hair care experience with no appointments and no hassles. Cost Cutters make things easy and affordable with professional stylists who care about you. Cost Cutters, live your life. We always have time for your hair.
I cannot face anyone but me. Baby, can't you see I know what's right for me? Don't tell me wrong from right. I know just what I like. Yeah, call me crazy, I don't care. Come feel the joy all around. Each generation has found they got their own kind of sounds. Time to shout it out. It's that time, Pepsi.
All right, here's our final line on Hayden Glemo. He went an inning and a third, gave up 3 runs, none earned on 1 hit, struck out none, walked 2. A 4th U.S. Cellular call to the Kernel bullpen. A 4th U.S. Cellular call to the Kernel bullpen. Brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Stop by a U.S. Cellular store or call U.S. Cellular at 1-888-BUY-USCC. U.S. Cellular, we connect with you. Brett Cimarelli's first pitch is lined into center. What a driving catch by Rancel Melgarejo to take a hit away from Junior Ruiz. Junior Ruiz lined the first pitch from Cimarelli, the new Kernel hurler, a sinking liner into center, and there was Rancel to make a brilliant defensive play to start the bottom of the 8th inning, with Dayton leading it 5-1. The Kernels have out hit the Dragons 7-5. Oh boy, an inning and a third for Hayden Glemo, and none of the runs were earned due to a bunt that he mishandled. Oh boy, the Kernels constantly do something called PFP, pitcher's fielding practice, but unfortunately our PFP didn't work out in that Dayton 7th inning. 2 walks by Hayden. He made an error and then gave up a 3-run homer on an 0-2 pitch. But as I say, the beauty of this game is we're all here to learn, and better to learn at this level and get it right than take those sorts of things to the big leagues with you. Brett Cimarelli on an 0-2 pitch, missed inside to Joey Votto. Cimarelli is on in relief here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Brett, a right-hander, with a 1-2 record. A base hit into center on a 1-2 pitch. We give up an awful lot of two-strike hits. We give up an awful lot of two-strike hits. Brett Cimarelli on in relief for the 4th time this year. A 1-2 record, an ERA of 5.10. Brett has pitched 30 innings, given up 30 hits, struck out 14 in 30 innings, walked 17. The league hitting .273 against Brett Cimarelli. Ball 1 is low to Hector Mateo. The key to this game was the Kernel base running snafu back in the 5th inning, on which the Kernels ran themselves out of an inning. Had we scored in that inning, we would have taken the lead, and who knows where we'd be now. With 1 out, and Mel Guerrejo at second. Callaspo lined one into left center. Junior Ruiz made a diving try. I thought he caught it. So did the Kernels. The base umpire, Chris Bakke, said he didn't catch it. And as a result, Callaspo, the batter, was thrown out near second, and Mel Guerrejo was thrown out. He was at second, trying to go to third. Ball 3 is low to the number 9 hitter. A strike from Brett Cimarelli. Boy, it's good to see the Kernels battling here. We may be down on the scoreboard, but this club will not ever give up. A swing and a foul. Back of the screen. And the count is full now to the switch hitter Mateo, who's batting from the left side for the first time tonight. Brett 3-2. Popped foul into the stands down the left field side. Josh Thigpen gave the Kernels 1 run on 6 hits in 6 innings. He was the Dayton starter. The Kernels starter was a 6'5" lefty making his professional debut, Micah Posey, and Micah only gave up 1 run on 3 hits in 5 innings. Ball 4 is outside. The number 9 hitter walks, and that is 9 walks. 9 walks issued by Kernel pitching tonight. You cannot walk 9 men and be successful. So I think if we can do 2 things, I think if we can shore up, cut down the number of walks, and if we can run the bases better, I think we can have a very, very good rest of the first half. If we can fix those 2 chinks in our armor, too many walks and poor base running, I think we're going to be in good shape the last 30 games of the first half. Ball 1 is inside to Dominic Lewis. First and second for the Dragons. They lead at 5-1 in the bottom of the 8th inning. A double play ball to Erick Aybar. Steps on second. Throws to first to complete the inning-ending double play. A one-hop smash to Erick Aybar, and he translated it into a 6-3 double play off the bat of Dominic Lewis. And Brett Cimarelli is helped by a pitcher's best friend, the old wholesaler, to end the Dayton threat in the 8th inning. In the 8th inning for the Dragons, no runs, 1 hit, 1 walk. There were no Kernel errors, a double play. The Dragons leave 1. They've stranded 9. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Dayton leads the Kernels 5-1.
This is the time of year for all sorts of special occasions. Graduations, weddings, plus the usual birthdays and anniversaries. Your friends at Solid Waste and Recycling remind you, wrapping paper cannot be recycled. Once the presents are opened and the party's over, your options are put the gift wrap in the trash, or better yet, reuse the wrapping paper instead of throwing it away. Remember, don't put gift wrap in your blue recycling box. Either reuse the paper or discard it with the rest of your trash.
In the land of what-ifs, there exists a phrase called, "What if I had more money?" With a Wells Fargo personal loan or line of credit, you can stop all that wondering. You'll not only get the money you need, you'll save more by consolidating your high-interest debt into one affordable monthly payment. And with flexible terms and competitive rates, we'll be sure to meet your individual needs. Talk to a Wells Fargo personal banker and apply today. Wells Fargo, the next stage.
Benjamin Franklin once said, "Well done is better than well said." Thanks, Ben. At Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, we agree that talk is cheap. But what separates Benjamin Franklin Plumbing from all the others? I must say, I don't know. Well, for starters, a Benjamin Franklin plumber's work begins the moment you make the call. Really? How so? Our call takers are real problem solvers. They'll set up your service appointment around your schedule. And when it comes to the actual work, our plumbers won't waste your time. We'll be there. In fact, if we don't show up on time, we'll give you a Franklin, a Benjamin Franklin, $100 bill. Splendid. You can expect prompt, punctual, courteous service, and we'll be sure to get your approval before starting any work. Now that's my kind of plumber. Benjamin Franklin plumbers are trained to fix your problems so they stay fixed. That's why we're named Benjamin Franklin, the punctual plumber.
Call your Benjamin Franklin plumber at Strictly Plumbing, 373-2524.
Benjamin Franklin, the punctual plumber.
Against Josh Dawes, the right-hander. Look out, Matt Brown is drilled in the left shoulder. Dawes came inside and drilled Matt Brown. He's hit by a pitch. Matt walking slowly up to first base. Took it in the left shoulder, and I'm sure that one hurt. Not anything that should keep Brownie out of the starting lineup tomorrow, however. One pitch, and the Kernels have a great start to their ninth inning. They have a runner at first with nobody out. As Dawes struck Matt Brown with the fastball on the upper bicep. Todd Coffey went an inning and 2/3, gave the Kernels no runs on one hit, struck out none, walked 3. A strike is called to Melgarejo. Do you realize that 3 of Dayton's 5 runs have resulted from walks? Ouch, that hurts. 3 of their 5 have resulted from walks, another from an error. There's a wild pitch, and Matt Brown advances to second. 1-1 to Melgarejo, and Matt Brown's at second with nobody out, as the Kernels look for more base runners here in the ninth inning. A bouncer to the right side. The first baseman has it and throws to the pitcher covering for the out. Charging it was Joey Votto, and then he swung it across his body. That's ill-advised, but he did hit the pitcher Dawes on the base for a 3-1 putout. Brown went to third. Matt's at third with 1 out. The batter, B.J. Weed. Runner at third, 1 out for the Kernels. Here in this top of the ninth inning, B.J. doubled in the first inning, is 1 for 4. Ball 1 is low from Josh Dawes. 5-1 Dayton. Here in the top of the ninth inning. From the stretch, the delivery, and B.J. cracks it foul into the screen, strike 1. Brett Cimarelli worked a scoreless bottom of the 8th inning. The Kernels have used 3 relief pitchers tonight. Ball 2, low and in to B.J. Weed. Dawes does not look quite as dominant here in this inning as he did striking out Jake Mathis with the bases loaded to end the 8th inning. Weed, a switch hitter batting left, one of 3 Kernel hitters in the top 6 in the league. A drive into left off the end of the bat. Coming on, Brad Carell. He slides and makes the catch. Brown tags and scores to make it 5-2. B.J. Weed with a sacrifice fly to left plates Matt Brown, and with 2 out, the Kernels trail by 3 here in the 9th inning. Brad Carell had to come racing in from left field, slid on his knees to make the catch of the B.J. Weed fly ball. B.J. credited with his 13th run driven into the year. 2 gone in the 9th inning, 5-2 Dayton. Alberto Callaspo 0 for 4, Erick Aybar 0 for 4. There's a line drive to short to end the game. A line drive to short ends the game, and Dayton wins it 5-2. The Dragons win it 5-2 as Callaspo lines out to short to end the game. In the 9th inning, 1 run for the Kernels, no hits, a hit batter, no Dragon errors. The Kernels leave nobody on. The Kernels will try to gain a split of the 4-game series in the series finale tomorrow night. Tonight, Dayton won it 5-2. Totals, highlights, and more come next on the Colonel Curtain Call.
Nature provides a built-in mechanism for animals to get ready for their future. Animals start hoarding food in the early autumn, knowing it will be scarce during the winter. We don't seem to have that same kind of savvy. Pekin Insurance Agent Teresa Brunsheen at Family Insurance Center in Monticello can help you plan ahead. Teresa can help you make sure you have the right insurance coverages for your particular needs. Nature's message is clear. Prepare. See Teresa Brunsheen, your Pekin Insurance agent in Monticello at Family Insurance Center.
For the Kernels Curtain Call, right here on The Zone, ESPN Radio 1600 AM. With a recap of all the action, the State Farm Major League Scoreboard, plus a look ahead to the next Kernels game, let's rejoin the voice of the Kernels, the one, the only John Rogers, here on The Zone, ESPN Radio 1600 AM.
Well, after a 33-minute delay, we enjoyed bringing you Game 3 of this 4-game series in southwestern Ohio at Fifth Third Field. Dayton took a 2-1 lead in the series, whipping the Kernels 5-2 tonight, despite the Kernels out-hitting the Dragons 7-6. A couple of positives to take away from a Kernel loss that now has us at the 500 mark again, 20 wins and 20 losses, with 30 games to go in the first half. One positive, the terrific start in his professional debut of lefty Micah Posey. Micah Posey gave up just 1 run in 5 innings in his Kernel debut and only allowed 3 Dayton hits, struck out 5. The only blemish on his first start was that he walked 4 Dayton batters. Another positive was that the Kernels had their chances to win this third game of the series, but another base-running blunder really hurt us, cost us dearly in the 5th inning. Let's give you the recap on this one. The Dragons took the lead off Micah Posey, the Kernel lefty, in the 3rd inning. They did so as Kevin Howard drew a 1-out walk, one of 9 walks Kernel pitching would issue tonight. Ryan Hannigan then lined a single into right, sending Howard to 3rd, and Kevin scored on a ground ball out off the bat of Travis Wong, 1-0 Dayton. The Kernels tied it in the 4th inning on a leadoff homer by Jared Abruzzo. It was his 5th of the year, and the game was tied at 1. The Kernels had a great chance to take the lead in the 5th inning. Mel Guerrejo led off from his number 9 slot in the Allen Motor Company order. Ransell lashed a single to right. B.J. Weed bounced out to second, sending Ransell to second. Then the pivotal moment in the game, Alberto Callaspo ripped one into left center. It looked like it was caught by Junior Ruiz. The base umpire, Chris Bakke, said no. That put 2 Kernel runners in a precarious position. Mel Guerrejo, instead of running from second to third, thought the center fielder caught it, so he held it second. The batter, Callaspo, with his head down, also thought the center fielder caught it. He had his head down about 10 feet from second base. Well, Junior Ruiz popped to his feet after it was ruled he trapped it, threw to the shortstop, Hector Mateo, who tagged out a bewildered and dazed and confused batter, Alberto Callaspo. Then, starting too late from second, Mel Guerrejo tried to go to third. He was thrown out, and a double play turned the momentum in favor of the Dragons. The Dragons took the lead in the 6th inning. How did they do it? By a leadoff walk. Travis Wong walked to lead off the 6th inning, took third on a double by Mark Schrammick, and came home on a ground ball out by Brad Correll. It was 2-1 Dragons. And then the Kernels suffered through a miserable 7th inning, and I say miserable because we shot ourselves in the foot. Dominic Lewis did what in the 7th inning? He drew a leadoff walk. He advanced to second on a bunt by Kevin Howard that was mishandled by Hayden Glemo for an error. Ryan Hannigan, though, then flew out to center, and Glemo picked off Dominic Lewis. We were in good shape. Travis Wong on a 2-2 pitch. And I'm not questioning the Colonel thought. I'm just saying it's fun. It's fun to wonder out loud why you do certain things. Wong was 2-2 on the count, and we walked him to get to Dayton's most dangerous hitter. Hayden got ahead of him 0-2, and then he slugged a 3-run homer that took all the wind out of the Colonel's sails. The 3-run homer by Schrammick, his second of the year. He leads Dayton now with 29 RBIs. The Colonels did score a run in the top of the ninth inning to make it 5-2. Matt Brown was hit by a pitch, went to second on a wild pitch, advanced to third on a ground ball out to the right side by Melgarejo, and scored on a B.J. Weed sacrifice fly. The final line score, Dayton 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. The Dragons left 9. The Colonels 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. We stranded 9. The winning pitcher was Josh Thigpen. He's now 1-3. The Colonel loser was Daniel Arias, who walked the first batter he faced in the 6th inning on 4 pitches, and that allowed Dayton to take the lead. The loser, Arias, is 1-1. A save to Josh Dawes, his 3rd of the year. The game took 2 hours and 40 minutes to play before a sellout crowd at Fifth Third Field of 8,653. An intriguing matchup tomorrow. We'll tell you about that and have our Colonel play of the game next on the Colonel Curtain Call.
Colonel Baseball, all 140 games comes your way right here on The Zone, ESPN Radio's 1600 KCRG Cedar Rapids. Thanks for tuning in, and let's take a look at the upcoming sports lineup. Friday, May 16th, we get things started at 5:40 late afternoon. Colonel Baseball, Game 4 of the road trip and the 4-game set to Dayton, Ohio, as the Colonels meet the Dayton Dragons. 5:40 is your pregame 6 o'clock first pitch. Then right after that, it's out to Hawkeye Downs as the United States Honor Club. The Sprints and Midgets from the USAC ranks are in town for their only Iowa appearance. We'll have it for you after Colonel Baseball. Saturday the 17th, Coach's Corner at 9, and then the Colonels back home as they welcome the South Bend Silverhawks, Class A Midwest League affiliate of the Arizona Diamondbacks. We'll have it for you beginning with the pregame at 4:40. That's your upcoming sports lineup as we take a look at the weekend on The Zone.
What can I help you with here at Big Time Motors?
Well, I'm looking for a used car. I like this one. What's the price?
Listen, lady, I don't sell prices. I sell cars. But I guess if you must know, it's this.
Wow. That's $2,000 more than the one low price on the exact same car at Randy Keel Honda. And I didn't even have to ask them. Randy Keel has the prices posted for every car on their lot.
Well, we've got the best service department to stand behind our vehicles.
Really? Randy Keel showed me they're number 1 in service and sales customer satisfaction. How do you know yours is the best?
My manager told me.
Thanks, but I think I'm going back to Randy Keel Honda to get the best price and the best service.
But I can throw in a free air freshener to put over the rearview mirror.
Nice try.
Randy Keel Honda understands what you need when you're looking for a new or used car. They post their prices clearly, so you don't have to guess, and they'll never pressure you. That's why they're number 1 in service and sales customer satisfaction. And they just won the President's Award from American Honda. Come find out for yourself. Randy Keel Honda is on Center Point Road in Cedar Rapids, or you can visit them at randykeel.com.
John Rogers, glad you're with us on the Colonel Curtain Call. A 5-2 Dayton win. The Dragons lead the season series now 4-3 and have taken 2 of 3. The Colonels will hope to gain a split in tomorrow night's series finale. We'll tell you about that in just a second. A very intriguing matchup, as I mentioned earlier. Now, though, time to enjoy our Colonel play of the game. It took place in the top of the 4th inning with Dayton leading the Colonels 1-0. The starter, Josh Thigpen, fell behind Colonel cleanup batter Jared Abruzzo, and here's our Colonel play of the game. Well, almost. We had it queued up. Let's try it again on this makeshift recorder. Here's a deep drive to right by Abruzzo, and it's going to tie the game at 1. It's his 5th of the year. A 3-1 pitch, and Thigpen grooved it. Then Jared Abruzzo has tied the game with his 5th home run of the year. A line drive, prodigious clout onto the lawn seating berm in right field, just to the right of the 371 mark. Well, we just reviewed Jared's home run numbers last year in Rancho Cucamonga, 16. He belted 10 as a Colonel in 2001, and he took a 3-1 pitch and turned on it and parked it onto the lawn seats in right to tie the game here in the 4th inning. Jared's 5th of the year. Yes, that's our Colonel play of the game. Jared Abruzzo homering to lead off the fourth inning to tie the game. Now, tomorrow's an intriguing matchup. 18-year-old Kernel right-hander Kevin Jebsen, who leads the league in wins with 6, was really roughed up here in the series opener Tuesday night. He made it through 1 inning but gave up 5 runs and was then sent to the showers. Jebsen will come back and start tomorrow night's series finale, and he'll face a 30-year-old 15-game winner of the Cincinnati Reds from a year ago, Jimmy Haynes. So we mentioned earlier on the broadcast, during my time with the Kernels, I remember distinctly the Kernels facing big leaguers Garrett Stevenson last year in Peoria and Kevin Tapani back in '97 in Rockford. It'll be fun for the Kernels to see where they stack up against a 15-game big league winner tomorrow night in Jimmy Haynes. That's our Kernel play of the game. We'll take another time out here from Dayton on the Kernel Curtain Call and return next with a look at the State Farm Major League scoreboard.
Everyone deserves a great insurance agent, not just any insurance agent. Paul Draper, your Pekin insurance agent at Sheets Forest Draper Insurance in Marion, has the experience and knowledge to provide you with top-notch insurance coverages. Sheets Forest Draper Insurance in Marion has been insuring individuals like you for over 100 years. Dependable protection from Pekin insurance agent Paul Draper at Sheets Forest Draper Insurance in Marion, an agency you know and trust.
How you play the first 18 holes is important, but how you celebrate those 18 is what really counts, which is why the next time you're on the 19th hole, you should have an Amstel Light. Amstel Light is a light beer that actually tastes like beer. So ask your caddy for advice, throw some blades of grass in the air to get an idea of the wind. Just do whatever you have to do, because this is the 19th hole, and selecting an Amstel Light will be the best decision you make all day. Always satisfying, never watered down. Amstel Light, the beer drinker's light beer, imported by Amstel USA, White Plains, New York.
This ball game saw the Kernels out hit Dayton 7-6, but lose 5-2, and we're all set now to bring you up to date thanks to State Farm insurance agents Dale Thompson, Gary Schubat, Lanny Peterson, and Al Shetler with plenty of games this afternoon and tonight on the State Farm Major League scoreboard. Let's start at Busch Stadium this afternoon. Center point Urbana's Cal Eldred notched his first save as the Redbirds turned back, the parent club of these Dayton Dragons, the Cardinals 6, Cincinnati 3 this afternoon. Today in Philadelphia, it was the Phillies toppling the Diamondbacks 6-4. A 17-inning marathon at Miller Park this afternoon, and the Cubs beat the Brewers 4-2. A final from early this evening, late afternoon in San Diego. The Braves took apart the Padres 15-6, and man, is Atlanta playing well. The Braves are on a roll as they dismantle the Padres 15-6 at Jack Murphy. Continuing with our look at scores in the National League, tonight in Pittsburgh, the Astros knocked off the Pirates 6-2. They're delayed by rain in Denver at Coors Field. The Expos and Rockies no score after 2 innings. Just underway at Pac Bell Park in San Francisco, the Mets nothing, and the Giants coming to bat in the bottom of the first inning. Now let's check the American League, where everything was tonight. Or actually one afternoon game, and it was a 14-inning game at the Metrodome, and in 14 innings, the Royals crowned Minnesota 9-5. Tony Peña's team hanging right in there in that AL Central. In 14 innings, they beat Minnesota at the Metrodome 9-5. Tonight at Comerica Park, the Oakland Athletics clobbered Detroit 11-2. A final from Fenway, the Red Sox, oh my goodness, they shelled Texas 12-3. A final from Skydome, it was Tampa Bay whipping Toronto 9-5. In the American League, a game delayed by rain. It's not an official game. It's in the middle of the fourth inning. Seattle is hammering Cleveland 7-0. Our parent club is down by 6 runs. The 2002 world champion Angels are behind the Yankees in the Bronx 10-4 going to the 9th inning. And at Comiskey Park, they're headed to the 8th inning, or actually they're still playing in the bottom of the 7th. The White Sox lead Baltimore 3-2. that's everything from this afternoon and tonight on the State Farm Major League Scoreboard here from Dayton. And the State Farm Major League Scoreboard was presented to you by State Farm Insurance agents Al Shetler, Dale Thompson, Gary Shubat, and Lanny Peterson. Well, we're going to get it straight. The Kernels hurt themselves with 9 walks and a bad base running play, and an 0-2 pitch was hit for a 3-run homer. Those were the keys to a Dragon 5-2 slaying of the Kernels tonight. Tomorrow evening, we'll have the dugout interview for you at 5:40 dugout interview time tomorrow as the Kernels try to pull even in the series and break even with the Dragons in 8 games with a win tomorrow. It'll be fun. Jimmy Haynes, a 15-game winner for the Reds last year, opposes the Kernel starter in Game 1 of this series, 18-year-old Anaheim Angels second-round draft pick Kevin Jepson. Thanks so much for being with us. A special thanks to Allison, our in-studio engineer. As always, Allison did just a fantastic job, and we appreciate that. Tomorrow night, dugout interview 5:40, first pitch at 6 o'clock Eastern Iowa time, and then Hawkeye Downs Racing with Scott Unash to follow Kernel Baseball. Dayton 5, the Kernels 2. John Rogers wishing you a great Thursday evening from the birthplace of aviation.
A different team in there. It's almost like the same thing with the Yankees. Everybody wants to see them lose because they've dominated for so many years.
Yeah, it's funny. It's good to see them win because it kind of creates that love-hate, and then it's good to see them finally lose. That's the way most people look at it. Thanks for the phone call, Justin. People excited about that situation and the fact that it's all going to end here for the Lakers with the Spurs. A big win in Game 6, a game that a lot of people